Alrighty, I am doing a quick pop-up live for the YouTube. I didn't promote it whatsoever. I just got my kids to bed, so I thought I'd jump on real quick. Sorry if the light is bad. This is it's got my light over here, but I'm not sure if it's too good or not. But anyways, I thought I'd do a quick pop-up just to see if anyone would jump on. But the snow's starting to melt here, which is fantastic. We had quite a bit of rain today, and it was good because I got some quotes to do for the for some lawn care, so I can't wait to get that done. I haven't been on here for quite a while, so I'm just trying to see how to add the link. So if anyone wants to jump on, they can, but I don't remember how to do that. It's been quite a while. I think it's right there. Let me see. Yes, I haven't done this for quite a while, so I don't remember how to do all this. But anyways, so I think I just posted the link there. Okay, there's a link there if anyone wants to jump on. I believe that's the link you can use, and we can chat together. Like I said, the snow is finally melting here. Pretty excited about that. I've got 2 quotes I have to do right now. The one I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it or not because it's actually kind of off my route by 9 minutes, but it's going to be a pretty big yard. So if I get that, that'd be fantastic. And I haven't actually got all of my lawns confirmed yet. I got about, last time I counted, I got about 35 lawns confirmed out of like 50. The one lawn I sent a letter to, I upped his price quite a bit. He's a pretty cheap guy, so I'm not sure if he'll go for it or not, which I would not cry if I lost that lawn because he, like I said, he's a pretty cheap guy. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave some comments and I'll answer them. Like I said, it's just kind of a quick pop-up. I was just trying to get my kids to bed and they all got to bed. Hey, Justin, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Mike, you're on too, eh? If you guys want to jump on and talk, go for it. I don't feel like being really lonely tonight, but if you guys want to jump on and have a conversation, go for it. I think that's the link I posted up there to jump on. I'm not sure. I don't remember how to do this. It's been a while since I've done a live video, so thought I would just jump on. How's the snow down there? Is all the snow gone from where you guys are, or do you still have something left? We had quite a bit of rain here today, and the lake is so foggy. It's starting to melt finally, so I don't know. I'm kind of excited to have the snow gone, but I like the snow. But actually, this winter I kind of just wish it had not even snowed at all, and wish it could have gone somewhere warm. It's melted, eh? Nice. You'll be able to get out kind of soon, or do you think it's going to be pretty wet, won't it? Because it's weird, like where I am, about 15 minutes south of me, the snow is pretty melted. But as soon as you hit this one spot, Rosedale, there's still a ton of snow. It's weird. And then once you hit like the next town up, Kobe, from Kobe to my place, there's way more snow. So I'm hoping it melts pretty soon. I bet it's wet. I was looking at the temperatures, and it's supposed to be, they're calling for wet flurries tomorrow, which I hope that doesn't happen. But I'm hoping that in the next week, it looks like the temperatures are all going to be, about 3 to 6 degrees. So I'm hoping that we'll get the rest of the snow gone, and then we can hopefully get out and get some quotes done. I've got actually another quote just down the road here that I want to do. And then I had another customer with all the with my the forms I sent out. He asked me to do all this other work, which is awesome. So he wants me to split some logs, which I was gonna try and do with the snow, but I couldn't get in there because they plowed all the snow, and the snow was like about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 feet deep from the plow, so I couldn't get in there. So I'm just waiting for that snow to melt, and then I can go to my parents' place, grab the log splitter, and then go up there and split that wood. It'd probably take me like, I don't know, by myself, I'm gonna guess like 2 hours. So I'm hoping shorter than that, but probably 2 hours. It doesn't look like it was that much wood, so it was all buried under the snow too. So it's kind of hard to see, but that will be a quick little job I want to get done before April. Well, what is it, March 19th? Now the snow's not going to be gone in time. Probably have to do like mid-April maybe, or as soon as the snow is gone, I'm going to head up there and get that job done. But I've got all these people calling me. I've got 2 people calling me on Friday for window cleaning jobs. So I want to. I got those 2 jobs booked. Oh, there you are, Mike. Let me see if I can add. There, I'm gonna put my ones on.
All right.
There we go. Oops, let me see if this works. I don't know if this gets feedback or what when we do this on my computer, but
Yeah,
you
no
saw
worries.
it's not
Can you hear me?
there. Yeah, I can hear you good. Perfect.
Good. How you doing, buddy?
Good, good, man. I just got my kids to bed. My wife, she's down in Mexico. She went to Mexico today. Her brother won a free trip from work, so she's in Mexico this week. She was just sending me some photos from there, and this is my first week with the kids by myself. So trying to get them to bed has been a challenge, but finally got them to bed like 10 minutes ago. So I thought I'd jump on here and see how it goes. But if they wake up, I'll have to
Yeah.
jump off. But we'll see how it goes.
How old are your kids?
Uh, the girl, Aria, she just turned 3, and Christian, he's turning 6 on the 24th.
Oh, they're just
So
young. I know. I kind of miss
yeah,
having my boys 5 years old again. Now they're
you know what?
teenagers, 19 and 17, and trust me, enjoy them while they're young right now, because when they become teenagers, yeah, everything changes.
Yeah, I see them changing and the different stages they go through, and then so some people say when they're teenagers, watch out, and then other people are like, watch out when they're young. So it's funny what different people say about different ages and whatnot. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
no, for sure. I'm not saying it's bad, but you know how it is. You used to be a teenager. I used to be a teenager. So
yeah,
just different attitudes. They think they're right all the time, and
yeah. Well, it's funny
yeah,
because my wife's niece, the one is 17 now, I think, and they're all pretty good kids. Like they stay inside, they don't go out ever. But I'm always telling them, if you need to do this and this and this now, and then you'll be better off than me or further ahead in your life. But they just look at you like, you're you crazy? I'm not doing that. Why would I want to do all that? And but I'm like, I'm telling you, man. But I guess everybody says that if you knew what you knew now and you did it when you were younger, where you could be now, right? So it's uh it's
exactly.
it's it's funny how that happens. So
Oh, oh, for sure, yeah. So yeah, you
yeah.
you, you you mentioned there you got so many customers already. How many did you get signed on?
Um, I think actually I can check my list right now. Actually, I have to recount. I keep recounting. I think I got about 35 to 39, I believe.
Good for
Um,
you.
yeah, out of 50, and only some of them I don't really want to do again this year. They're kind of, I don't know if they're underpriced, but they're kind of out of the way, and I kind of
Yeah.
want to get rid of those people. But the one customer, honestly, he's a cheap bugger. His lawn is well, when I first started, it was a $35 lawn like 10 years ago. I never upped it. Then they upped it to $40. So I've been cutting it for $40. But honestly, it should be like a $55, $60 lawn. So I sent him a letter to up his lawn to $55 and up his fall cleanup to $300 from $200.
Hmm.
And like when I told him the fall about the prices, he was looking at me like crazy. And then he had a neighbor down the road that wanted a fall cleanup. So he's like, yeah, I told her $100. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went and looked at it. I told the lady $400, and she was shocked, but she was probably shocked because he told her $100. So I'm like, what right do you have telling somebody else how much I'm going to charge you for your cleanup or even doing your lawn, right? So
Yeah.
she was kind of shocked by it, but she paid it. So I mean, but yeah, this guy, I wouldn't be happy to lose him, but I have been doing it for like 10 years, but he's just honestly cheap bugger.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys who's always like, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? And then next thing you know, it's like he wants to do all this extra stuff and he wants it done for the same price. He doesn't want to pay
Hmm.
extra for it, right? So
I
I,
I have
I,
no
I
patience for that.
no,
No, I learned over the years now. Like I don't deal with people like that anymore. Like if
yeah,
people, I was chatting with Justin. Actually, I was chatting with Justin. I think I can't see the chat in here right now.
yeah, oh,
I thought maybe Justin would come up, but I told Justin. I said, "Oh, Scott just popped up. He has a live." That's why Justin came too. Anyway, we,
okay,
we were just chatting about this because we chat back and forth. It's like, "Hey, I got a new customer. I give the address. He checks it out. He gives me addresses. I check them out, and we get each other's input. Like what should you charge? What would you do here or this and that, which is cool.
yeah,
Like because we're a
it
community,
is.
we all kind of work together. And I got a customer right now. He asked for aeration and rolling the lawn. I said okay, so I gave him the price. Now he's dissecting everything, and then I gave him a price for okay, well if you want seed and starter fertilizer too, it's this much, but everything is cheaper if it's all together. So now he's
Yeah.
breaking everything down. How much just for rolling? That's what he wants to know now. I'm like, holy shit! Like, so I'm giving out a much higher price just for rolling, but it's going to be this
Yeah.
much, and it's going to be cheaper if you get aeration at the same time. And
Yeah.
you get it. Like, do you do the same thing? If they just want one thing, it's this price. But if you start combining different services together, then you'll give a bit
I
better price.
yeah, I usually don't, because a lot of my customers, because I'm up here in the cottage country, a lot of the people don't want,
Mm,
they only want their lawn or fall cleanup, fall or spring cleanup. I have very rare people, like I'll have somebody ask me maybe every 3 or 4 years to do aeration, and I'm like, it's not worth it, because I have to go to Fallon, which is 20 minutes away, pick the aerator up, and then come all the way back to wherever it is. So I just gave up on doing that. I just tell people I don't do it anymore, because
mhm.
it costs them a fortune. By the time I go to town and get it and come back, I'm gonna have to charge
Yeah.
like 150 bucks to do it. So, and I don't really like doing it. And then for fertilizing, I I've been trying to sell it for years and nobody does. I have about 4 or 5 people that want it, but
Mhm.
this year when I sent those forms out, I had a lot more people for some reason. So I think I got an extra 3 people that want fertilization, which is good. So, but I just do like fall and spring. It's just the pellet crap. So I'll put that
Mhm.
down. But I mean, I charge double price of whatever the bag is. So I think the bag's usually 30 bucks. So I charge like 60 bucks for it. I think I'm charging a
Yeah.
little bit more for it now because I am further away from everything. So I gotta
Yeah.
drive 20 minutes to get all the fertilizer and come back down to wherever the people's properties are. So, but yeah, I picked up a couple more fertilizations, which is nice because as soon as I'm done the spring cleanup, I'll throw the fertilizer down right away. That way I'm there already. I don't have to go back, and then it's cheaper that way, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I just
yeah,
have no patience for people that start breaking down everything and then start questioning
no,
why are you charging this for that and why are you charging that now, why is it this much only if I get this. You know what,
yeah,
I'm not gonna answer this guy back. I hate to do that, but it's like I don't play games. Next, like my phone's gonna ring again, I'm gonna get another call from someone else. You
yeah,
deal with people like that in the future, you're gonna have more problems with them
yeah.
because
So
like you said, they're going to start asking you, oh, can you do this now, can you do that, and they don't want to pay you anymore. Well, since you're here, can you do this now? And
yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is the funny thing. So everything I've been learning in the last year, like found this app called Clubhouse. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's basically just like a live audio thing, and it's basically I should send you, and you should jump on. There's so much information on there, business information, and people are just we want to help everybody out. Basically, like the YouTube community, right? Helping each other out, but basically what the thing on there is providing value. You have to provide value. That's a big thing right now, is providing value to your customers. So what they say to do is come up with 2 different packages. Come up with just like your regular package with just say just like lawn care and maybe fertilizing. Then come up with a second package that's way more money and add, say, do your lawn care, fertilization, aeration, and maybe spring or fall cleanup, and add that all together. And then they'll see the value in the higher priced one, and they'll often go for the higher priced service. But
Yeah.
I'm not good with doing that. Only because when I think about it, when I send the quotes off, now I've got two or three different quotes for one person in my app or in my jobber thing, right? So then I'll get confused with all these extra jobs posted. So I just basically, if they ask me for something, I'll just go and tell them. And then the other thing I've heard too is when you're at a customer's property, like for me, because I'll do the deck cleaning and staining. So if I see a deck dirty, last year I actually started trying to go out of my comfort zone and say, hey, I noticed your deck is dirty. Would you be interested in a quote for cleaning your deck as well, right? That way, when you're
Mhm.
there, you can try and get all the jobs from that one person. That way, you're not having to go out and chase more jobs from 10 other people. Now you're just collecting all the money from one person, right? So you're not traveling as far either. So
Yeah.
that's another thing people are saying to do as well, which I can see that because especially where I am, I don't know in your area, but a lot of my customers are spread out, right?
Yeah.
So trying to get all that customer and just get the money of one customer is a lot easier than going all over the place. So
Yeah, see, it's a little different here for me. Like the area that I work in mainly, well, where I'm living now, I'm more rural. So same thing like you. Yeah, you got to drive a little farther to get to different properties, and they are bigger. But where I'm focusing on is where I used to live 20 minutes away, and that's where my customer base is. Pretty much 95 or 97% of my business is in there, in a small, or not a small town. It used to be a small town, but everything is close, right? So I'm
yeah,
focusing on, like, I got the van. We're working on the van and stuff still. I'm working on just getting small properties this year. That's my goal.
Yeah.
I turned down a couple big country properties already because I'm still solo. So I decided this
Yeah.
year, because I'm still starting off solo, I do plan on hiring somebody. I would like to. My goal, I have a goal to get more customers and have a certain number. But because I'm solo, I don't want to spend 3, 4 hours on a property doing all the trimming, doing all the mowing. After 2 hours, you're like, oh shit, am I done yet?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and you get tired of when you're doing it by yourself. So that's
Yes.
why I'm just going to focus on small properties. I have a lot of them already, and I know I can get more now with the van in smaller properties that are in tight areas, right? That you
Yeah.
can't really fit a truck and trailer, or you're blocking 3, 4 driveways with a truck and trailer. So
Yeah.
these lawns, I'm in and out like say 10 minutes. Like one I have takes me about 8 minutes to do, and then a whole bunch maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So I can do, and some of them are either together or just a couple doors down. So I can do
Mm.
4 or 5 of them in an hour. So I figured out doing those, my minimum's $50 to cut a lawn. I
Yeah.
can make up to $200 an hour versus being on a property, a big property by myself for 2, 3, 4 hours, only getting $240 maybe for that property. What makes
Yeah.
more sense? And the thing is too, I'm done in 15 minutes at lawn. It's new scenery now. It's a new property, and you feel good. You're starting over again. I can do so many more like that and make more money and be more efficient and have and work less hours too. So you got to think
Yeah.
about that. It's not like you're being lazy or anything or whatever, but you got to work smart here. Why work so many hours and only make this much when you can make this much and work less hours, right? You,
Yeah. That's
you,
right.
you kind of you kind of figure it out on the go, right?
Yeah. And, it's funny. I always hear that discussion. Would you rather do all these small properties or do a bunch of big properties? And so last year, I had this one lady. Every now and then, she'll get me to take my blower and blow her lawn off because her lawn gets really long, and it's a huge lot. So last year, she had surgery done, so she couldn't get on her lawnmower. So she called me to go cut it one time. And I've been wanting to cut this lawn for a long time, but it's a huge lawn. My one video was actually of it. It took me 2 hours by myself to cut this lawn. I started doing it about quarter way through. I'm like, holy crap, man, I cannot do this. Like, and I thought I would enjoy doing big lawns like that because you're one spot, but no, I don't think I could do that. If there's two of us there, we would have been done probably in an hour, but it took me 2 hours just to cut the lawn. I was like, and that was with the 52-inch deck. I was like, oh my. So I think I might, as much as driving around sucks, I think I do like doing the smaller properties because you can get in and out quickly. And like you said, it's a change of scenery, and it's yeah, just yeah,
Yeah,
those
I
big
hear that
lots are
from a
just
lot.
crazy.
I hear the same from a lot of other people too, saying, why would you want to drive here and there and stop here and there and there, or
Yeah,
just be on one property? And well, I figured it just for me. It might not work for everyone depending on your area.
no,
For me, where I'm working and what I'm doing, small properties will work for me better. A lot
yeah,
more efficient. It's better for my mentality, my health, and everything, and my thinking. Working by myself.
yeah,
Now, if I had 2, 3 people working with me, then yeah, then a big 5 acre property. Actually, I do have a 5 acre property that I'm still doing by myself.
wow,
It pays actually pretty good, but if I had a couple people working with me, it would be a lot easier because someone's going to be trimming. You might have 2 people on mowers. You're going to be
yeah,
done in no time. So for your sanity and all that, you feel better.
yeah,
But you know how it is. You're on a property for, you said, a quarter of the way, and you're like, oh shit, am I done yet?
yeah,
And when
yeah,
you start getting frustrated, you start hating what you're doing, which you love what you're doing, which you're supposed to love. And yeah,
yeah,
it's hard.
yeah. And it's funny. Like I have this one window cleaning job we do. Oh my gosh, they tore their place down. They built this huge thing. It's on my Instagram feed. Some of the photos of it. This place, the one year it took us, I don't know. We got there at 8 in the morning, and we were there at 6:30 at night. They got this huge windows out front. We actually rented a boom to do the front windows, but three of us took us that long to do it. By halfway through, we were so tired. But they got deck glass all around the pool. They got deck glass all around their boathouse, and this is a huge. This boathouse is bigger than my house. And they just got so much glass on it, and it took us so long to do it. Last year we had four of us. It didn't. we're done much quicker. But my gosh, this place, if you saw it, you'd be like, holy crap, man. It's one of those big, huge modern places. The indoor, the ceilings is like huge. And then inside, she's got glass railings going up the stairs, glass railing, or like just say like the deck glass there. She's got the glass going down in the basement, and then they got an indoor gym. They got glass all there, so she'll get us to go and clean all the outside windows or inside windows. Then she'll get us come back like a couple months later and do all the deck glass inside, like the gym and all the railings and that. I'm like, man, and she is willing to pay. Like I think I charged like $2,000 to do this job, and they don't
Wow.
blink an eye. She hands me the cash. And they're
Huh.
the nicest. They're the nicest people
Yeah.
you will ever meet, man. Like
Mhm.
they love me. They keep on wanting me to come back. She actually booked me already last year for this year. So yeah, and they absolutely love us. And and they've got a little island with a bunkie on there. So they take us on their pontoon to go clean the windows out there as well. It's freaking
That's
awesome. But
That's cool, man. It's really nice to have loyal customers like that, and I have very loyal ones like that too. That
mm,
pay me right up front, which they are right
yeah,
now. And
yeah,
and that's nice because they trust you, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you
yeah,
want to continue on. And they say nice things about you.
yeah,
So basically, what I did, I sent a general email out. Just you're talking about how you had to raise some prices, right, and stuff.
yeah,
Um, it's really hard for me because I have a lot of elderly customers. I'm sure you do too.
mm,
And like
yeah.
elderly people, in their 80s. I got one that's like 95. And like
Wow.
you wouldn't even think she's 95 years old the way she acts and talks and stuff. But older people, they're old school, and when you say I need to raise my prices and this and that, it's hard for them because they're on a pension or
Yeah,
whatever, right? But and then I'll explain why. And it's like I hate to do this, so I decided like some certain customers I'm not, but I did send a general email out, and I'm not raising by much at all. I should be raising at least by 10%, but I'm only raising
mm,
5%. So basically, on $1,000, that's an extra $50 for the season.
yeah,
So because my average is around $1,000, I have I would say maybe more, maybe about 1,200 per agreement for the season. So it's not much. And the reaction I got was very positive. Everyone totally understands about the inflation, and
yeah,
I thought I was going to get certain ones back saying, well, we can't afford that, or really you're going to charge us more now. But look at the fuel
yeah.
costs. Look at,
I
I don't know
know.
about you, like insurance, my commercial insurance
Yeah,
went up,
yeah,
not because of my fault or whatever. It's just in general.
yeah,
And maintenance parts. I just got filters and stuff. Everything's going up in
yeah,
cost. So we need to raise our prices,
yeah.
and we need to, everybody's raising their prices. It doesn't matter if you're doing lawn care or what,
No.
So
So
yeah.
this is the thing that really bothers me, because so they say they want to put minimum wage up to help people out because everything's going up, but it's just a vicious cycle. Because so minimum wage goes up, so now everything goes up in price. So like the other day we're at Costco, and all the things we normally buy is all gone up in price. I took my kids shopping today, buy some stuff. Butter on sale is $5.49, usually on sale. Usually that would be
Yeah.
$3.99 or whatever. And like everything
Hmm.
we were buying today, I was looking at, I'm like, it's gone up a ton. And like for me, whenever you tell your customer you have to up your price, they look at you like you're crazy because your lawn care. Why would you put that up? But like up here, the gas, it was at $1.80, it's back down to $1.69. But I mean, I put Supreme in my machines. And that's the regular price, $1.69. I don't know what the Supreme was, probably closer to $2, right? But I
Yeah.
mean, um, I was talking. I don't know if you know Tom from Wolf Lawn Care, but we talk a lot now. We've been
Mm.
going back and forth, bouncing lots of stuff off each other. But he worked it out for him. It's only going to cost him like an extra $750 in gas for the season, which
Oh
isn't much. But I
no.
mean, it's still for me that's like one day of going out cutting lawns. It's paid
Mhm.
for, but it still is an increase. And if you don't increase your prices, then now you're losing some money because you're now $750 more, right?
Yep.
But for me, like I only had two people say something about the price, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to do it, man. I haven't raised your
Hmm.
price in a very long time, and I gotta do it. And so I emailed them back and just explained it to them. They never emailed me back, but so they said go ahead and do the lawn. So I'm doing it for that price I told them because I have to. And if you don't
Hmm.
do it, I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I
So
know. No,
Yeah.
I know it's hard. Like for the most part, my customer, I only have one so far that got back to me. He said, I don't know, he's kind of funny. Like I don't understand his emails and his texts and stuff. When I talk to him in
Yeah.
person, I understand him. You know how you can misunderstand people with text and
Yeah.
stuff. But what I understood, he told me was people owe him, so he's not going to go with my service. But next year, 100%, he's hiring me again. So I kind of gather from that I
Mm,
guess some friends or family or somebody owes him, and they're going to take care of it. He is
yeah.
disabled, like he can't cut his own grass. You know,
Mm.
he got rear-ended on the 401. He was changing the tire. This was like years
Oh
ago.
man.
Super nice guy. Yeah, he used to
Yeah.
work for Peel Regional Police. He wasn't a cop,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know, did something. So I don't know. I said, yeah, no problem, Armin, and we'll talk to you soon again. Well, you just leave it positive, right, and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will
Yeah.
call me for next year. So I don't know what the situation is. But no, everyone else is pretty much. Last year, I finished the season with 49
Oh,
properties.
nice.
I have 18 right now that confirmed. So this is the time of the year that we all kind of worry, and it's stressful. I
Yeah.
know I'm not the only one. You go through it. All of us
Oh
that do
yeah.
this business go through this, and we're wondering, okay, is everybody going to sign on again? Are we going to get more
Yeah.
business? Are we going to hit our goals? And it's hard, and
Yeah.
and we usually do. We usually get our
Yeah.
customers back and some. So I've already gained how many, 2 or 3 new ones right now,
Nice.
and yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I got a realtor. She's like a top realtor in our area, like, and she's well known and stuff. So I'm probably going to get a
Nice.
lot of referrals through her too. So she hired me, and
Nice.
yeah, so I got a couple other good ones too, and so I'm just waiting to hear back from the other ones. I'm sure they'll get back to me, but everybody's paying me in full too, which is great.
See,
And they're all weekly. I only have one biweekly. I'm trying to get more, just all weekly, right?
yeah. So tell me, how did you get them to all pay in full? Because I don't know. I've heard a lot of people saying to do that now, and I'm trying to figure out how to get a customer to pay in full for the season, and what do you base it on? Like, how many cuts do you base that on? And
Well,
and the other question is, if it's a dry season and you can't cut the lawn for like 2 3 weeks because it's brown, what happens then? Do they get mad at you because you don't cut their lawn? They paid for that, or
no, no. So I base it pretty much on, some of them go until the end of November, but most of them, because they're small properties, they don't have like big mature trees. Like there's no
mm,
massive leaf cleanups. They just have
yeah,
little boulevard trees, minor leaves, right? I just mulch them or I just bag it and take it away. It's nothing. So I base it on 26 weeks. So if you count
okay,
from May 1st, the first week of
yeah,
May, to the last week of October, it's
yeah,
26 weeks for this year.
okay,
So, if it's $50, I do 50 times 26 plus HST. That's what your agreement is. I call them agreements. People don't like to hear
yeah,
contract, right? So I changed for the last 2 years now. Instead of saying lawn mowing contract, it says agreement, right? And stuff. It makes people feel better. It actually works. So
yeah,
I don't know if you do that. Anyway, I give the option. I say, like either full payment, or you can cut it in half. Half
mm,
now, and so whatever it is plus HST, cut in half, right?
yeah,
And for the most part, just, I don't know. I just get talking with them when I meet them, and I say, for my longtime customers that trust me, they just pay me in full. It's less
mm,
less to deal with through at the season. I come and I
yeah,
do my thing. I leave. You don't have to come in and see me. You don't have to pay me. Less paperwork.
mm,
And they
yeah,
all agree, and they're like, that sounds really good. It's less hassle and this and that. You have good reviews and this and that. Yeah, like my new one, like yesterday, I did an estimate, and the guy wanted to pay me on the spot. I said, whoa, wait.
wow,
He's like, do you want cash right now or a check or whatever? I said, well, I got to charge HST. He goes, oh, yeah, no problem. So his contract's like $1,560 plus HST, right?
yeah,
So anyway, I said, okay, Mark, let me do my paperwork first. I use DocuSign. DocuSign?
yeah, yeah. I've heard
Yeah,
of that. Yeah,
I've been using that now since COVID started. I love it.
Okay.
I can't remember what I pay for that now. It's pretty cheap. Anyway, so I use that. So I put the agreement into that. You initial here, initial here, initial here. Sign here, date it, and whatever. And then I do up my agreement. And whatever. So the money part's in there. I'm doing this address,
Yeah.
whatever, whatever. And I said, Mark, let me do up my paperwork. Let me get your email, okay? I'm going to send you everything. You read everything over, make sure everything's fine. Sign the DocuSign I'm going to send to you, and then you can pay me. And he looks at me. He's like, really? He's like, I love you even more now. I'm like, everybody wants to take my money. And I said, no, like, I get it. I want to do what I do. I want to do my paperwork first, do everything. I want you to feel comfortable, read everything over, sign it, send it back, and then pay me. Don't pay me
Yeah.
first and then sign. And I had
Yeah.
another customer like that too last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, last year. This guy looks like an MMA fighter. Oh my god, he scared the hell out of me. I told Justin about him. He's like 6'8" or something, like
Oh wow.
huge. He comes out. He had like a muscle shirt on, whatever, and tattoos everywhere. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, how you doing?" And he's like the nicest guy in the world. And same thing. He paid me like in full right away, and that was the first time I
Nice.
met him. And so
Yeah.
I think it's all like your approach and
Mm.
just how they feel about you. Just make people feel
Yeah.
comfortable when you talk to them. Know what you're talking about. Just feel confident and be yourself. That's all you got to
Yeah.
be. Like don't pretend to be somebody else when you're doing it. Just be you, because most people will read you and will see if you're a fake or if you're actually just being you. And
Yeah.
working hard and making a living. Uh,
Yeah.
and
That's
it
true.
works for me. It works for me, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted. I've been thinking about trying that. Like Craig from Thursday's Lawn Care, like he does that with the snow. He gets everything up front for the snow for the season. He says it's fantastic. So I'd love to try that. And then I don't know if you know him, Daniel. He's from Quebec. I don't know if you're part of the Facebook group. There's a Canadian Facebook group. I don't even know if you're on that. I should invite you to that. But it's a whole bunch of Canadian guys. So he's from Quebec. I met him at the GIE, but he does that too. He collects like from May to think June or something like that all up
Mhm.
front. Then for the rest of the season, he'll collect it once that rest of the season comes, and he has it all up front. And he says everybody pays up front, which is fantastic. So
Mhm. I have a couple that like larger ones. I have a couple smaller commercial properties which are a higher amount, and we split it in half. So on
mm,
signing, they give me half, and then what do I do? August 1st, I believe, because they go until end of November. Then
yeah,
the second half, but they'll give me two post dated checks because they're businesses, right? They're printed and
yeah,
whatever. So I have the checks on hand. So I put
mm,
reminders in my phone on my calendar so it pops up like August 1st or July 1st or whatever. It's like, doo, doo, doo.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay. So I go in my filing cabinet, I get all those checks in and do the mobile deposit with my phone, and boom, done.
nice,
Easy,
nice,
easy. I use QuickBooks. Just everything's simple and easy. So
yeah.
yeah,
So is
and then I get people that will ask too. Oh, can I pay you cash? I won't tell anybody. I'll we can save the tax and all.
yeah,
Depending on the amount. If it's a stupid lawn, like, and there are some like that are biweekly, and like
yeah,
they're crap. They don't want fertilizer or nothing. They just want it cut so they don't get a fine from the town, right? And
yeah,
and it might be $650 or $700 here and there, and we all do it, right? You'll grab the
yeah,
cash because you like to have a little bit of a cash float, right?
yeah.
For
You
whatever.
know what I try what I try to do now is when I'm pricing the lawn, I'll think of my price and then I'll add the tax on, and then say it was like $50, and then I'll add the tax on, say it's closer to 60. I'll say it's a straight 60. That way you've got your tax already and they don't know they and then when they say, oh, they don't want to pay the tax, then you've already got your tax money in there just to be safe.
That's a
Um
good idea. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I've been trying to do lately, just because half these people who with lawn care, they don't want to pay the tax. I'm like, well, do you go to the gas station or grocery store and say you don't want to pay tax? Why do you do that to me? I make over the $30,000 that you have to pay HST on. I collect the HST. I'm not coming out of my pocket for it, because when you add it up, that's a lot of HST money you got to owe the government. So, I mean,
Hmm.
I just don't understand why people think that you can just not pay tax with lawn care. I don't get it, but
I know. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. Nowadays, just I don't know. Everybody wants to pay cash for everything, so
Yeah.
like I have my limits. Like actually, one of my longtime customers, a really loyal one. She's really nice. She asked me. She has a planter box in her backyard, and I see it, and it's really crappy, and it's rotting away over the years. And I always mow by, and I always look at it. This thing, look. Anyway, she asked. She's like, would you be able to remove that for me? I said, absolutely. I know it's rotting away. I'm sure I can just grab the sides and they'll just rip apart, carry it to my truck, whatever. So it's full of soil and all that. And she's asked, do you
Mm,
think you can spread that soil around? Because her dog chews up the backyard, right? It's not a big
mm,
backyard. And then she has seed herself and stuff. So anyway, she got some quotes already and stuff. So I just told her, I said, well, I got to charge you something, or whatever. She goes, oh, no, I want to pay you. I don't want you to do it for free and all that. I said, I think 200 is reasonable. She goes, perfect. Like she got higher quotes than that. And it's very reasonable and it's an easy job. So,
yeah.
that's cash, right? So like
Yeah.
little things like that. Yeah, just give me the cash and that's
Yeah.
it. I don't have to invoice it. Like her agreement, her lawn agreement is invoiced, right?
Yeah.
Which I want to invoice, the larger ones. If it's like $1,500 plus tax, even 1,000, I got to show
Yeah.
for something for my business,
You do.
right?
Yeah.
And and like you said, over 30,000. Yeah, I'm always over 30,000, no problem.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
pay HST, and I got my write-offs too, and you know how it works with the tax.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. So like the guy bought my business from way back in the day, like 10 years ago or however long it was. He's like, oh yeah, I encourage all my customers to pay cash because it's fantastic. You just get the cash. But like one, he was already underpriced. As long as I couldn't believe the price. Like I up them all once I got them. But like I was thinking about because I if you get cash with everything and you go to buy a house or you go buy a car, they're like, you have no money.
hmm
You can't afford this. Yeah, I got, but and I've done this. So when you go to buy a new car, like when I bought my truck, I said I'll give you cash. I can go to the bank, give you the 20,000 cash or whatever it was, right? I can give you the cash for it right now. They're like, we don't take cash. It's got to be a what do you call that? Like the a bank draft or whatever. But they won't
yeah.
take cash. I'm like, so even they won't take cash. But I mean, you got to charge a tax because if you don't show you're making money, then when you want to go to buy something, you're screwed, right? So
Oh, you're 100% right. Like I don't know about you if you're incorporated or self proprietor. Like, are you incorporated or anything
I
like that?
no, I'm looking at being incorporated. My this group I'm
Yeah.
part of, the accountant said we should be incorporated. So I'm looking at it. My accountant, I asked my accountant, so they're looking at it for me right now.
Yeah, like I'm not incorporated. Like I'm registered. I'm a self proprietor.
Yeah,
So basically, my name is my business. I can use my name, like Kabush or Bush Green.
yeah,
Like Bush Green is registered. That's my
yeah.
registered business name and all that, whatever for tax purposes. And where was I going with this? Now I'm losing my train of thought. Shit. What were we talking about there?
um, tax,
Shit.
paying the tax and buying
Oh,
stuff.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll be totally honest with this, and a lot of people know about this. When we moved here to this house, you know how we moved to rural
Yeah,
area, country. We just barely scraped by getting this place because I'm self-employed. Now, on paper, it looks like I make crap, and I'm not kidding you. I've had it that it only showed like $15,000 I made on paper. That's my income for the year, but I made like 70, 75,000 or whatever. So it's so important. You can't always take cash when you go to
no,
buy a house, buy a car, like you said, or whatever. So we scrape
yeah,
by, and I'll totally admit it right now. We were on a B lender. So I don't know if you
mm,
know what a B lender is
yeah,
when you
I
get a
do.
mortgage. So you
Yeah,
pay a higher mortgage rate, right?
yeah,
And there's other things you got to pay and whatever. So anyway, we only did a 1 year because I didn't do any tax write-offs for
mm,
2021. So we were supposed to redo our taxes as early as we can. So long story short, we didn't have to redo it. Our broker actually wiggled away us into an A lender, and we just got an A lender like a couple weeks ago, which is a
nice.
lower rate now. I know, and we're
Yeah,
so happy, that it worked out. But it's so hard when you're self-employed like you and me to get a
yeah,
loan or buy a house, or whatever.
yeah,
I tell people that because I had a good full-time job before I went full-time 2017 with my business. I worked for the city of Mississauga. I had the best pension, I had
Mm,
benefits, great benefits, and all that. And it was really hard leaving that, but I really wanted to work for myself. Well, now I see, when you want to sell a house and buy a house, it's really hard being self-employed and doing that. So yeah, I recommend to people just to, charge your tax and don't take
yeah,
cash all the time. And,
no.
you got to build up your income for your business. You got to build up your profile, and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm still building it up, and yeah,
Oh, you can always build up, man. You never stop building it up, man. Just keep on building. So
yeah, yeah. So, we all go through it. So,
yeah. So I got a question because I was talking to Justin and I know you bought that van. I was looking at that, man. That's such a sweet idea. So why did you decide to buy that van instead of getting one of those the racks for the back of the truck? That you
well, Well, you know what? Like ever since because I never had an open. Well, okay, I lied. I did have an open trailer way back when I was doing it part time. I had a little. I'm not getting a 4x6 trailer. If you look back in my videos, I have a video. I don't know when I first started doing these YouTube videos about all the vehicles and trailers I had, and
yeah,
I would tow that around with a Toyota Matrix. Remember those Toyota Matrixes, the little
yeah,
hatchback cars, and yeah. So anyway, when I did go full time and got bigger and stuff, I had an enclosed trailer. So the reason why I got a van was because I always liked having the enclosed trailer, the
mm,
security, the safety of having my equipment inside something. I can lock it. When I come home, I don't have to empty out the trailer into a garage, put everything back into the open trailer. So yeah, I thought about it because I sold the gas truck and then I only have the one diesel. And then I thought about getting another 8-foot box diesel truck and then putting a ramp rack in and stuff. But then the same thing what I'm talking about. Now everything's open, everybody can see what you have. You got to
yeah,
unload it at night, park everything in the garage because you don't want people to steal your trimmers or whatever. Then you got to load everything. So I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna get a van. This van's almost the same size as okay. My enclosed trailer is a 7x14. The van
okay,
inside is 12 feet long. How wide is it? Not quite 7 feet, but just over 6 feet. And it's tall like to the moon. I'm telling you, like 9 feet tall.
wow,
Right. So everything I have in my enclosed trailer for all these small properties will fit in that van 100% really comfortable and some. So it just made
nice.
sense to me to look into that. These vans are expensive to buy. It's a
They are.
2017 Ford Transit 350, the diesel, right? High roof and the longest one.
Yeah.
Now I got it for $18,000 because it has 700,000 kilometers on it.
Oh my,
Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen that video when I talked about how many kilometers is on. Now the van was used. The guy took really good care of it. He had it since new. He did expedites cross border. So he lived in Grimsby. You know where
okay,
Grimsby is?
yeah,
It's closer to St. Catharines, almost to Buffalo,
yeah,
right to the border. And yeah, he had not his company name, but he basically contracted himself out to another company. A lot of people do this, right, and drive their own vehicle, right? And
yeah,
he just did cross border in the states, expedites, pick up here in Boston, drop off in Tennessee, pick up there, and then there,
oh,
whatever. And yeah, so the van's in excellent shape. There's no rust on it. Just had some
nice.
things I had to get done on it. Some other things I gotta still do, but I still got a wicked deal on it. Like
Mm,
that van, if it had lower kilometers, well, brand new, those things are like 80, $90,000.
yeah,
Like they're not cheap. So I got a pretty good deal on it. I was kind of skeptical. I know Lynn, my wife, she's like, "Oh, you're not getting something with 700,000 kilometers on." I'm like, okay, it's a diesel for one thing. If it was a gas, there's no way. You know,
yeah,
um, but no, just to answer your question there again, just for the extra security, and I don't have to unload the van at night. I can lock the doors, and that's
yeah,
it, and go the next day again, and you know what? Another thing too, I like to be different. So, and I haven't seen anybody in my area use a van for lawn care, right? With
yeah,
mowers in it and stuff, with a ramp that will fold out and fold back in, close the back doors. People use just a pickup truck and lift a mower out of the back, and the old traditional way. So
yeah.
I kind of wanted to be different, and then also it's a big billboard, right? So I
It
got the
is, yeah.
wrap all around it. You've seen the wrap I got now, right? On it.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all wrapped and everything. You can't miss me, man. So if I'm
Yeah.
parked doing a lawn, I drove around the town that I have all my uh, lawns in, whatever. And yesterday, like I did estimates and stuff. So then I went the long way and I drove through neighborhoods slowly and stuff. And I see people walking their dogs, and they do one of these, and they look 2 times. So everybody's looking at it, so you can't miss it. So it's working,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
And if I get a couple calls from it, hey, then it's paid for. The
Yeah.
wrap that is, putting it on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
that's pretty much why I wanted to get a van.
nice. So Justin, when Justin told me about that, I thought it was a sweet idea. So I started looking around. But so the question is, can you only fit one rider in there? Because my trailer right now it's a 6 by 16, and I can fit both walkers on there. I got like maybe that much space left to put my push mowers on. Can you fit? How many mowers can you actually fit in that?
Well, I can fit
Would
my
it
36 stand on. I can fit a couple 30-inch Time Masters, and then
okay?
um, the between the wheel wells. What was the measurement again? I think it's 56 inches. So you can fit a
Okay.
54-inch wide
Yeah.
mower sit down. Um, like with your walkers, how long are your walkers that you use?
I don't even know. I had never measured them. The it's
Because
weird.
you
Like
can you
like
can you can fold up
I've
the deck on them, right?
You can, but they say it's not a good idea when you're moving because when they bounce around like this, it can damage the pin and whatnot. So I usually don't. I mean, if I ever had to, I could, but I wouldn't do it for very long periods of time.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the length inside is 12 feet, pretty much, right? So you
Nice.
measure your machine. How
Yeah.
how wide are your walkers?
Well, that's a 6 foot trailer, and there's like maybe that much, so they're probably a good 4 feet, maybe 5 feet
Oh,
wide.
okay. So
So
like, yeah, because
yeah,
you're good. Like with my van, anyway. I'm not sure how the sprinters are or the Ram ones that they have, but mine, 54-inch wide will fit perfect. So I'm
yeah,
going to be using the 36-inch stand on, which is no problem. Like stand ons aren't as long as sit downs, right?
yeah,
And I'm gonna have lots of room in there. Still, I'm gonna have a trimmer rack. I already have the trimmer rack. I got buyers. I
nice.
got to put them on the wall and stuff. Yeah, I just got a partition too, because the van didn't have a partition, so I have a sealed.
Yeah,
They're expensive. Holy crap! I was like looking around for a used one. Like there's so many Mercedes Sprinter partitions on Marketplace and stuff, but there's nothing for like Ford Transit high roofs and all that. So
oh,
I ended up buying a brand new one. It was like $1,600,
oh
but
wow.
I have to, man, like a sealed one because you don't want to smell the fumes in the cab
No.
and all that. And another thing too, I got to put a roof vent in the van too, so I can open up a
Yeah,
vent at least, right?
yeah,
So I still have to do all that stuff. Justin is coming over Monday. Yeah, we're going to be hooking up the ramp, finishing that off. So I'll do a
nice.
video about that anyway. Yeah, we're just waiting for nicer weather, so finally it's a little
Yeah,
milder now to work outside and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll get the
yeah,
van all finished up inside. It's not done yet inside,
yeah.
but
So
it'll be done.
you're able to fit all your equipment in there, like all your trimmers and blowers and mowers, and you got lots of room in there.
Everything other than my 60-inch zero turn, right? That's obviously not going
Yeah,
to fit in the back. But the
yeah,
whole point of this van is for the small properties, which
yeah,
95% of my properties are all small properties. So I'm going to be
yeah,
using this van pretty much every day. I'm still using the truck and my enclosed trailer because I have a 5-acre property, which pays
yeah.
really good. I'm not going to give that up. Nobody lives there, so it's like it doesn't need to be done every Monday or every Friday, or it can be done whenever I can do it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There's nobody there watching me, so I didn't turn that one down. And I have another
Yeah,
one that's a bit just over an acre, acre and a half. But I did turn down a couple big properties that they called whatever because I'm not taking on any because I'm working by myself. I know what my limits are. I know some people
yeah,
are going to be like, "You're crazy, just take them on." It's like, no, I know what my limits are. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm going to be 50 next month. I have some pains here and there. I can't
yeah,
handle doing so much by myself. The small ones, I can handle 100% by myself right now.
yeah,
So, yeah, so I'm still going to be using the truck and trailer, say maybe one day a week. And then the rest of the time is all van, which I'm looking forward to. No trailer. You can go through a drive through.
Yeah.
without getting out of your truck, and parking now I can
Yeah.
take on all these really, really small properties, which I turned down because my truck and trailer were blocking 3 driveways, and
Yeah.
so, and I did reduce my price because I'm not kidding you, Scott. There's some properties in Milton, like where I work, like New Milton, they have
Yeah.
no backyards. Their homes that back onto each other, like wall to wall, and they have little
Okay.
postage stamp of a front lawn. These people, all are business people. They go downtown Toronto, take the train, work, they come back. They don't want to cut their grass. They don't care. They
No.
just want somebody to take care of it. They have the money to pay for it. I want to take on all of those now, and I turned all those down before because there's no room for me to park. So
Yeah.
this was the whole point of the van too. Now, yeah, you can do that with a pickup truck too, but I have some that are bigger than a postage stamp too that I want to
Yeah.
take the van to with the 36-inch stand on too, which I didn't want to
Nice.
have the ramp rack or whatever. So I think you understand now why I wanted to get a van.
Yeah. See, I love that, Ian. Seriously, I started, like I said, when after Justin told me that, I started looking around because I would love to do that. Like I got more than enough room to put my trailer and truck wherever we go for the properties, but that thing is a heavy beast, and to pull it, it just eats the gas. So I was thinking
Mhm.
it'd be great to do that, but for me to do that, I need to have two vans for two different mowers and then send two different crews out. And then I just thought,
Mm,
would that be any more efficient than what we're doing now? Because now we got
yeah.
four people going out. So I don't know, but I like that idea. It's for being in the city. Like I don't know how guys do in the city and pulling up to people's places with all these lots and that. I don't know how they do that, but yeah, that van, that's a sweet idea.
It's really fuel efficient too. Like number one, it's a
Yeah,
diesel. Just driving that, it's way better on fuel than my truck. Well, my truck's a
yeah.
6.7 liter. This is
Oh wow.
what are they? 3.2? Yeah, I think it's a 3.2. The diesels, but it's super efficient. Like I was doing okay. I don't have a mower in the back or whatever, but
Yeah,
doing my estimates yesterday. Like I got fuel and then I drove around and I set my thing. I always reset my trip and watch my fuel economy. So I put it on. How it shows you how many liters per kilometers you get.
yeah,
Your efficiency, and I'm not kidding you, man. Like it went just under 10 liters per 100 kilometers. Like it was down to like 9.7. The average was around 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers, like with the van.
mm,
So
yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna have some fuel savings there. Just the whole efficiency of not pulling a trailer, and just being able,
yeah,
some properties are on busier roads. Now I can pull up in their driveway and do my thing and pull back out and go, without trying to
yeah,
back up from which I couldn't, and when you got traffic coming from both ways, everybody's honking at you, and you're not allowed to park on some streets. You're not allowed to park on. Like bylaw will actually give you a fine even if they see you mowing the lawn because you can't stop traffic, right? And
oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
So that's another reason too. I know,
mm,
again, yes, you can do this with a pickup truck, but I'm
yeah.
just saying with a van, you got the security of the enclosure of your stuff being inside, out of the weather. At the end of the day, you don't need to unload everything. You can leave it in your
Yeah,
vehicle, So
yeah. It's funny you talk about the fuel efficiency. I was going to ask you about that if you were going to save gas and that. So when I bought my new truck, I bought it like 4 years ago. I wanted a four-wheel drive truck because my other truck was only two-wheel, and I took it off for winter because I couldn't drive it up here. So, anyways, I went to buy this new truck. The guy's like, "Oh, yeah, this is a great truck, man. It's got the 5.3 liter, it drops down to V4. It's got the Z71 package on it." I'm like, "Great, that's fantastic." But you know what? I'm driving around, it never drops down to V4. If it does, it drops down to V4 for like 2 seconds and back up to V8. I'm like, it doesn't save me any money or fuel efficiency at all. So I find it funny that they sell that as a fuel efficiency option, and it never drops down. Like I can take my foot off the pedal and it still stays in V8. So, but
yeah,
you know,
I
I
I
I
don't know. I've never had one like that before. Like I
uh,
got the Fords. I don't think Ford has that. That's
uh,
only, is that Dodge or Chevy?
Chevy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
sweet feature if it worked like a lot, but it doesn't seem to work like. And I put it on the part where I can see dropping down, and it never drops down. But I'm like whatever. I'm pulling a trailer, man. It's not going to drop down. If anything, it should drop up to V12 to give you some more power. But you know, but
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. My truck's not bad on fuel actually. Like once you like stop and go anything gas or diesel, yeah, you're going to use a little more fuel. Yeah, diesels are a little
Yeah.
more efficient. They use less, but the truck's not too bad on fuel either.
Mm.
Like, you know, if I take that on a long haul, I'm averaging maybe, I don't know, 13 liters per
Mm.
100 kilometers or so. Like I had it
Yeah.
down to about 12 and a half ish, but 13 is pretty good. Like if I'm on the highway for, you know, an hour straight or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, if you're going to be like doing your lawns and you're like stop and go, you do this one, you drive 5 minutes down the road around the corner there and then do the next one, you know, turning on and off and on and off. Any vehicle, you know, you're going to see your economy kind of go down, you know, your fuel economy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've actually another question for you. So I see you playing around with that tractor a lot on your videos. Do you use that just for personal use, or are you using that for business at all?
Well, I sold the tractor. I don't know if you
Oh, you
know
did?
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
No.
got to catch up. You got to catch up on my
Yeah, I
videos,
know.
buddy.
I can't get caught up on anybody's videos. I have no time,
I
man.
know.
I haven't watched hardly any videos in like the last 6 months. I'm so far behind on everything.
Oh, me too, buddy. Me too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's so many people, like even
Yeah.
you know, like here and there, and like, okay, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sold the tractor, and yes,
Okay.
I planned on starting to use it in the spring
Yeah.
for business, doing brush cutting, right? Because I got the brush
Yeah.
cutter and all that, which I still have, and
Okay.
I'm selling that. That's for sale too. I bought a track
Nice.
loader, so a skid steer with
Okay.
tracks. Yeah,
Okay.
so I got a John
Nice.
Deere 2012 319D. So you'll see in my latest videos, you'll see it in there here and there. I haven't done well. I did a video when it was at the dealer. Yeah, this is what I'm getting, this and that. And then my
Yeah.
last video, you see it in the video, but I haven't really done a video of me operating it, which you will see soon because I got a crap show on my laneway that I built.
Uh,
Now that I see, you know, we've been here after I built the laneway after a winter and all the snow that we had and the melt off. One part of that laneway I have by the barn, it's like flooded, five, six
oh
inches
wow.
of deep of mud, like mixed in
Oh
with it.
man.
So I got to dig everything out. Next week, I think Tuesday, I'm gonna be getting a couple dump truck loads of base coat, like just big chunks, rock, whatever. But I have to
Yeah.
dig out all the mud and everything. So I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm like
Nice.
totally green on this machine. I've never operated a skid steer or a track loader before.
Uh,
So so it's fun because I can kind of share my experience with everyone because I'm not the only one that learns too, right? So I'm going
yeah.
to be making videos about it too. But it's a lot of fun, man. I'm telling you, this machine's powerful. It's heavy. You
Nice.
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
With those track
Yeah.
loaders and yeah, check it out. And so yeah, anyway, the track loader I'm going to be using with business too. I'm going to practice
Nice.
here, obviously, with grading and stuff. But I just
Yeah.
picked up. Actually, I have a new video coming out 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I went for a trip up to Lindsay, so I was a little closer towards your way,
You sh-
right?
you should. I'm like half an hour away from Lindsay.
Shit, really?
Yeah, you should come by. Oh man, well, next time you come
Oh,
up, tell me. I can even drive to Lindsay and meet you. We went to Lindsay today. That's where we buy our groceries from because that's where the food basics is. There's nothing down our way for groceries. So
yeah. I went up to. Do you know Bob Mark New Holland?
that's where I bought my fair stand-on blower.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Who'd you deal with?
Uh,
I was talking with Dave.
Dave. Oh, what was his name? I forget his name. It wasn't.
Uh,
Was it Dave?
there's another guy. What's his name?
It was
Dave.
Craig. It was Craig.
No, I haven't met
Yeah.
Craig.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
That's where I bought it from. Was Craig.
Well, tomorrow morning, if you have time or whenever, I have a new video coming in, and it's about my
Okay.
road trip to Lindsay, and you'll see me at
Okay.
Bob Mark. Okay,
Okay.
and you'll see what I pick up. Well, I'll tell you right now, I picked up a brush cutter for the track loader. So I
Yeah.
got a MK Martin. They're Amish built. They're Canadian made. Actually, not too
Nice.
far away from me. That's where they build them. But they're really hard to get right now, like everything else. You
Mm,
know,
yeah.
if I order one, it'll be about 6 to 8 months. I have
Wow.
that 5 acre property I was talking to you about that I'm going to be
Yeah.
mowing. They have a big field there. Justin knows about it because he helped me cut there once too.
Yeah.
It's about 2 acres maybe of big pasture to mulch down. So it's probably about 5, 6 feet tall here and there. So this mulcher I got, it goes on the front of the machine, right? And it'll take out,
Okay.
I think up to about 3 inch diameter, like trees, like little trees and shrubs and shit,
Okay.
and just wild stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be using
Nice.
the track loader for brush clearing, like big jobs like that and stuff. So anyway,
Yeah.
this video tomorrow that I have coming out, you'll see the brush cutter that I bought, and my trip there, my trip back, and yeah, I didn't know
Nice.
you're that. I didn't know you're that close because I know I was
Yeah,
close to. Because you're not in Peterborough, right?
no, that's where Craig's from, Peterborough. I'm
That's where.
about an hour. Yeah, I'm like an hour and 15 from Peterborough.
Okay, because I was thinking about it because
Yeah.
I took all the back roads north. I turned off
Oh,
highways and toll routes because we have the 407 down this way.
yeah.
Because I have time to drive, whatever. I just wanted to take back roads. I'm telling you, man, you'll see me in the video talk about it too. The last hour of my trip before I hit Lindsay was the GPS put me on the worst roads I've ever been on. Like I had the worst headache. It was so bumpy. So anyway, I'm
Oh,
on my way back. I reset my GPS and said, okay, tolls and highways, just screw it. I'm going to pay the $50 or whatever and take the 407. So I was driving
yeah.
down, I don't know what road, and then there's a sign, Peterborough. It's like, I don't know, 25 kilometers or something, turn left. And I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh yeah, Craig. Like I totally forgot, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just keep on going. And I thought about
Did
Craig, right, when I seen that.
yeah. Did you take the 35 115 back
Oh,
down
I
the
don't know,
city?
probably.
Oh, because you can
Yeah,
either do that, or you can take the 7 back. I don't know. I don't know where that goes. Yeah, there's all these different routes, but 35 115 would take you right down to the 115, and then it'll take you right to the 401.
I think that's the way
Yeah.
I went. But no, I
Yeah.
went to the 407. I didn't go to the
Okay.
401. I took
Okay.
407 all the way back to the 401 in uh,
Oh
basically
yeah, yeah.
my
Because
area.
the 407, yeah, because the 407 goes right by Kirby now. The 407 goes right there now, I believe it is. So
It's a long way on the 407. I
yeah.
think it showed me it was going to be like 50 something dollars just that one way to
Wow.
take it. It's a long
Yeah.
way. I do have a transponder, so I don't pay the
Yeah.
transponder fee,
Yeah.
whatever, 4 or 5
Yes.
bucks. But it's like I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man, like it took me on the worst roads ever from not taking the
How
highway. I'm like,
how long was
what's
the
that?
drive? How long was the drive?
Going there was about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
and then going home because I can't remember that highway. I think you just mentioned the number that took
Yeah.
me down to the 407.
Yeah.
Uh, that way took me just under 2 hours. It was like an
Okay.
hour and I don't know, hour and 50 minutes or so, something like that.
Okay.
So it's
That's
not
not
too
bad at
bad.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't really justify paying a toll route. But I'm telling you, man,
Yeah.
those roads were so rough. I'm like, screw it. I'm just taking the highway back. And the
The
401, I don't like the 401 like from there,
no
going the
is
way I had to go.
yeah, no, the 401 from across, like from Oshawa all the way across, it's killer, man. It's so slow.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
I had no idea you're a half an hour away from there. Crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time you're up here, let me know. So was that the only place that had the attachment that you could find that had it in stock?
Yeah, yeah. I did a search around. I could have ordered it because my dealer in Milton, Green Tractors, they can
Yeah.
get MK Martin stuff too. But it's like I said, 6 months or so
Yeah.
to get it. I need
Yeah.
something for at least by May, June when I'm going to do this big job, and I want to have
Yeah.
something so I can keep on advertising to get other big jobs to use that, right?
Yeah.
So I looked around. I got a friend out. I can't remember now. He moved from Milton somewhere just outside of Lindsay, maybe around your area. I can't remember the name of the town now, but he knows a guy. Well, the guy he hooked me up with at Bob Mark, right?
Yeah.
And he said they have one, but I'm not sure if it's the right mortar in the thing
Mm.
because every track loader skid steer has like a different what's it called again? GPM, gallons per minute.
Okay.
So it's the hydraulic fluid flow that's going through that, what you can use on that machine. So every machine
Okay.
has a different rating, right? So I have a certain
Mm.
rating. I need like 14 to 17 GPMs, gallons per minute. Now, the one that was on this one that I bought was 18 to 20. So it's for a more powerful machine. So what they did was they got another hydraulic mortar from MK Martin sent to them, and they switched it out on this one, which you can.
Oh,
So
nice.
now it's compatible with my machine. So yes, that was the only one anywhere around, like close. you know, actually, I think the only one in Ontario probably. So yeah, sometimes you got to
Uh,
drive the distance to get what you need,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, and it's crazy because everything, like even on Facebook, like everybody's complaining that there's no stock of anything, and like it's crazy. Like last year when I ordered my new walker, I ordered it in, when did I order it? Like April, May. I think it was like April or May. No, it was before that. I think it was March, and I didn't get it till June. And I heard this year is even worse. They're even like slimmer pickings of them. So it's it's crazy how slim pickings. Oh, and then I bought that chainsaw last year as well because I had this one job, and my brother's got two chainsaws here, but every time you go to use them, they don't work. So I was searching for a chainsaw, and everybody was out of chainsaws. So the one dealer up in Minden, they just got a fresh batch of them in. So they're like, yeah, this is the saw you want because it's like a pro series and it's a good saw. So I'll take it right now because nobody had saws. It was like, wow. So if you see something that you want and you need it, pick it up right away because you
Mhm.
can't guarantee it's going to be there next week, right?
100%. I'm buying a brand new Toro Time Master this year. My two
Yeah,
Toro Time Masters are 4 years old, going on the, no, is it four last year? I think this is the fifth season for both of them. I've been keeping them up. Yeah, they break down,
yeah,
pulleys break, and belts and whatever,
yeah,
whatever. But I just want to get a brand new one, have a reliable one. So
yeah.
anyway, just from what you're saying, like slim pickings, my dealer is only getting two for the whole season. So I'm
Wow.
getting one. I'm getting one of them. They put my name on one of them. I should
Yeah,
have it by May or so, but they're very limited. Like Toro, like whatever dealers deal with whoever. Toro
yeah,
anyway. They're limiting how many of what they can give to each dealer because they're
yeah,
slim pickings, right?
yeah,
So yeah, like you gotta sometimes you gotta drive the distance or just pay for the
yeah,
shipping. You know.
yeah. You know what I find funny? So now that everybody's going back to work and people are working now, how is there still some pickings of stuff? Shouldn't there be more supply now because everybody's back to work and pumping the stuff out? But it seems it's not working that way. It seems like we're getting less and less now that everything's opening back up, right? It's
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's crazy to me. I would think in my mind that everyone's going back to work. Now they're working, they can start producing stuff more quicker. But at the same time, there's a lot of people not going back to work. There's a lot of people, they've either started their own business or they're doing other stuff now instead of going back to what they were doing before. So maybe that's part of it as well. It's a crazy dilemma going on.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you, man. It
Yeah,
seems that I don't know. It's weird. I don't get it
yeah,
either. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
we'll see what happens, but for this season, like I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and I see like a lot of people buying electric stuff now too, like the battery powered stuff. So
Mm,
I'd like to see. I was actually looking at buying some stuff. Actually, the one guy on my Instagram, he's from Clarenton, just down by where like you probably would have got on the 407 there, but he just posted he got all this new electric stuff, right? Like all the stuff. So I actually looked at the company quickly. I messaged them on Instagram right away, say, hey, would you like be interested in doing a collaboration? If you send me trimmer or whatever, I can do, some videos for you and whatnot. So this is the first company that actually said, sure, we'll they didn't say they're gonna send it to me, but they sent all my information off to the department that deals with that. So I'm hoping that they say yes and I get an electric trimmer and try it out for them. But they say if you don't try sending people stuff and asking, you won't get it, right? Like I
yeah,
sent I met this lady on Clubhouse. She has a sunglasses company in the States. I don't know if you saw my video or not, but she sent me up a pair
I
of
did.
sunglasses. Yeah. So she sent me those for free, and I'm trying them, going to do a review for them. And then I had another company last year sent me a pair of shoes. And then this other company
Mm,
just emailed me the other day. They were going to send me a pair of work gloves. So it's like thin, like thin ones, but they're like the rubber on top. But apparently they're like you can't cut through them. So apparently they're going to send me a pair of those too to review. I mean, there's not really the stuff I want to have, but at least companies are starting to send me stuff, even though it's like the like name brand Chinese stuff or whatever. But whatever, it's free stuff to try and promote and see how it works, right? So I mean, I'm more than happy to try it.
oh, for sure. Like I'm
Yeah,
willing to take free stuff and do a
yeah,
review. Like I talked to people before too, and about it. Like that stump bucket I got for the tractor.
mm,
When I picked that up, I talked to the guy, and and he seemed all interested.
Yeah.
I told him I have a YouTube channel, and he
Yeah.
checked me out, whatever. And he said, "Oh, maybe you can do some reviews for us and stuff." I said, "Yeah, 100%, I'll do it." And yeah,
Yeah.
I paid for this thing. I didn't get it for free or nothing.
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear nothing back from them. After
Mm.
and whatever. I think it was just all talk, right?
Yeah. Well,
Whatever.
the guy that I bought the Ferris blower from, Lindsay, from Bob Newhart Mark. So I told him, I'm doing YouTube videos. So I do reviews or reviewing, do my videos. So the first year I got it, I posted all the videos. I sent it to him, and he was loving it. He was like kind of sharing it around too. So I mean, it helps him out too because it kind of promotes the product and whatnot. But I find it very hard here in Canada to actually get the free product to reviews. It's
Mhm.
all like American based, and it's all Americans getting the free stuff, and I find it very, very hard. And even like right when I knew the BR 800 was coming out, I went to my dealer NAS, and he didn't know anything about it because it was only coming out in the States at the time. It wasn't coming out in Canada. Like, well, if you get one, can I try one out and for free and like use and do reviews? But like nothing. And then I think I even emailed Still Canada themselves, and like nothing. So I find it very
Yeah,
frustrating that way. Like, why not get Canadians to promote stuff too? It's always the Americans. So I mean, I've nothing
yeah,
against that. It's just like I like to know why they don't think Canada's worth having Canadian people promoting their stuff as well, because there's a lot of us that are
mhm.
using it, man. So
I'm going to comment a bit what you just talked about.
yep.
After, I just want to go back to a bit Bob Mark, New Holland.
Okay.
I mentioned to Dave, I said, I have a YouTube channel. He goes, "Oh, really?" I said, "Do you mind if I shout out, the shop here and video it and stuff?" He goes, "No, I don't have a problem with that." And he said, I never had anybody ask me that before. So
Huh.
I guess he didn't talk with your guy then, because I guess
No.
your guy there knows, that you're doing a video and stuff. And I
Yeah.
said, and I asked him permission. I said, "Is it okay if I video you loading my trailer?" Like, because they had it on a New Holland skid steer, on there or whatever, and they're going to load it up on my trailer. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't have a problem with it." So anyway, and then I did another clip of my video outside while I was waiting for them. I just talked, whatever. You'll see it in my video.
Yeah.
And then he came out. I wasn't videoing it, and he's like, "You know what? If you're gonna video it, he's gonna load it for you." It's just, I'm okay with the machine, but if I said, "Don't worry about it, man. Like, if you don't want me to video, it's fine." But he was all nervous, right? So he had a guy come out from the shop, and he's like, "Yeah, no problem." I said, "I won't get your
Mm.
face. Don't worry." He goes, "Oh no, I don't have a problem," because I always ask for permission, right? Like, you
Yeah.
got to do it when you're at a dealer or whatever. You got to ask some
Yeah.
permission. You can't just post something and all of a sudden somebody will see something a year down the road and say, "Hey, I didn't give you permission to do that and put my face
Yeah.
on there." So I didn't get the guy loading it onto my trailer. I didn't get his face. You'll see how I did it.
Uh,
But they all thought it was the coolest thing. It's like, "Really, you got a YouTube channel?" And so that I said, "Yeah, well, nothing big, whatever." But I wrote
yeah.
it on his business card what it is. Check me out, like, subscribe if you can, leave a comment
Yeah.
so I know, you're in there. So it's like, hey, Dave, how's it going, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of people. I tell them, and they check me out, and they'll text message me or something. "Yeah, well, yeah, I checked out your video." It's like, well, leave a comment so I know you're there,
I
and then
know,
at
right?
least now I can communicate with you differently. And a lot
Yeah.
of people don't leave a comment, so I have no idea they checked me out, but I know they did,
Yeah.
through other ways. But going back to what were you talking about? Sorry, I was going to
Oh,
comment about something.
about getting the free stuff. Like, it's hard for Canadians
Yes,
getting, the Americans seem to get.
yeah, super clean. Super clean
Oh,
pisses me off because I
that pissed me
shouted
off
them out.
too.
I shout them
Yeah.
out so much. I tag them and everything. There's
Yeah.
links, whatever. And they know I'm doing videos about them. And I started this when I first started my videos. Cleaning lawnmowers with it, and I have it always sitting in the background. This stuff's great, which I think it's great. And
Yeah.
I stopped doing it because everyone's getting these boxes of stuff and hats and stickers. You know, and
Uh-huh.
and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to support you. Like, what is it? I don't see any Canadians getting anything
No.
from Super Clean. So,
So
so what's going on with this?
I don't know. So that's what made me angry. So I saw Johnny from Blades of Grass, right? So he's showing Super Clean and washing his stuff off. I honestly have never heard of Super Clean before. I've never seen it, or never heard of it. So I went to Canadian Tire, found it,
Yep.
came back, did the video of it, and they commented something on my Instagram like, "Yay, great," and on Facebook or the YouTube channel too, right? And then next thing I know, freaking what's his name? Jay from Jay's Crazy Cuts, getting a free freaking box. Tony's Lawn Care did it after me. He got a free box and stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why not me? But maybe and the other thing too, I see a lot of the guys that have their channels in the States. If they do a contest, they're like only to the lower 48. We only ship to the lower 48. Why?
Yeah.
I'm in Canada. I have no problem. I've shipped so much stuff. I've shipped stuff to Jay. I've sent stuff to Ben from Acme Lawn Care. I've sent him a couple of different packages. It's like $30 to send something. Why are they so hesitant to send something to Canada for $30? It blows my mind. And I put through my business. It's a write-off to me. So it's like promotion, right? So I don't understand why they're so hesitant to send stuff to Canada. Like what's wrong with Canada? Like and like some of these products have a big fan base in Canada as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I totally agree. So I just stopped shouting them out. And I use the product still, and I buy it at Canadian Tire too, and I just used it the other day on the rims on the on the van. Just because I had the power washer in, like, all right, cool. I didn't do a video about it. It's just whatever. I don't know it's that whole, nothing against Americans. I got so many American friends out there, and they're great people, and all that. But it's just that thing between the States and Canada, and it's like, I don't know. There's some kind of a barrier there with business and whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like with the sunglasses that I had the lady send me. So she told me, "Oh yeah, I have to go to the post office and see how much it's going to cost me." It was like cost her $15 to send them up, right? And I think she was. It took her a couple of days, I think, to think about it. But I'm like, I'm going to promote you, man. Like, I thought that would get more views on that video, but when I'm like, I'm going to promote you. I'll put the link down bottom, and then people, if they see the video and they like it, they can go and now buy the sunglasses. It's free promotion, right? But like for $15 to ship up here, free promotion to many people that are going to see it. I think that's worth $15 because if you sell 2 or 3 sunglasses from it, you've made your money back, right?
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's our lawn care just said they have a higher view. They might. I mean, so some of these guys do have a way bigger following than I do. Like I've actually been losing subscribers the last couple of days. But anyways, I only got like 944 subscribers and don't have a very big viewer base. But I've heard too, a lot of companies want to get the lower or the smaller channels in before they get big, because then they can say they've been associated with these people. And then when you get big, it's a better look for them. But I don't know, man. It's one of those things, I guess we'll never know unless you actually ask the company why they send one person in, not the other. But I think that might be kind of rude to ask somebody that. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not a selfish person. I work hard for what I get. I don't beg for things. I don't want anyone to give me anything. But just with what we're doing here on YouTube, we work hard at what we do. We make videos. There's a lot of my new video that's coming out in the morning. What I was talking about, I spent a lot of hours on it. I haven't spent a lot of hours on making a video in a long time, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna do a nice one here. Just with all the little video, you'll see at the beginning, all the little video clips, how they come together and stuff. It takes time to cut them all, and put it all together. So with that being said, we work so hard doing our channels. Everyone, it's not much to ask for, when you're shouting out these companies for them to reach out to you, when you're tagging them, and I have some, that comment and whatever, and they know, so why not? Like you said, if it costs $15 to ship them something like a hat or something, it's like, hey, look what I got. You're shouting them out again, and I don't know.
Well, that's a funny thing. Like Walker, like I was promoting them a lot because I make Walker videos, and so then one day I get a call from the one Walker guy say, "Yeah, we've been watching your videos. We want to come up and interview you for one of our segments." I'm like, "Really?" I was blown away. So Tim Daniel came up here. They flew up here. They drove up from Toronto. They were here literally for 3 hours. They flew in like 1 a.m. Got to the hotel, slept for maybe an hour, drove up here, did the interview for like 3 hours, and drove back to Toronto, back on the plane, back down to Colorado. Like that's crazy. But man, they brought me a big, huge swag bag with so much stuff, and I was blown away. I'm like, I didn't ask for this. All it did was just promote your stuff. But to me, they're a great company. They look after their people, and I was pretty happy with won the interview. And too, the stuff they brought me, I was like, I wasn't expecting that. So it was great. But then other companies, they're so stingy and stuff. Like, I think you said you've been in the GIE, have you?
No,
I can't
never.
remember. No, oh my gosh, the GIE. I want to go this year, but I couldn't get down there once again. But hopefully next year. But they give away so much free stuff, like hats, like baseball caps. Like I got that one from GIE. I got like 30 different ball caps. From down there. I got home, my wife's like, "You don't need any more hats." She was mad at me for all these hats I got. But I mean, like they give away so much free stuff. Like this trimmer head, this Oregon. I've got this from the thingy. I'm trying. This is what I'm going to give away for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. But I mean, this was free. This was free. Like, and they're giving me tons of them. So it's when you go down there, so much free stuff. And that's the other thing. Like down the States, like I'll see all the guys, they'll buy a new more. The company or the dealer were throwing like a hat or shirt or whatever. Here, nothing. Like I spent 17 grand on my new Walker more. I didn't get anything. Nothing. I'm like 17,000, and I bought 2 mores from this dealer. Nothing. It's like, are you kidding me?
No, it's the exact same thing here. And I talked about this before. I actually, for the first time since 2017, dealing with my John Deere dealer, which I've spent well over $100,000, no joke. There, between everything, a lot more than that. First time ever, I finally got a hat, but I got 2. But I didn't get a John Deere hat. It's just green tractors. It says on it. I got a pink one for the wife, and whatever. I think I showed that before or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it took forever, and I always kind of hint towards with my my sales guy. Now I'm not dissing them at all or whatever. They've been super great with me, and I'll always deal with them because they drop everything they're doing. If I get an issue with something and I drop it off, they stop what they're doing and they help me and they fix it or whatever, right? They give me best pricing. Like I price all around, and they always give me the best price by hundreds of dollars. But I always hint towards my guy Mark there, my sales guy. I'm like, yeah, well, I spent this much money. I didn't get a hat yet, and he never I don't know, he never does anything about it or whatever. And then finally, I did it again. He's like, oh, here you go, buddy. I got some hats here. Like, oh my God, really? I almost cried. Jokingly.
It's funny you say that. Craig texted me one day. He's like, man, I've gone to this dealer for years. I've spent so much money. They never give me anything. I walk in one day with my kids. They give both my kids a hat, but they don't give me hats. he's so mad at that. I'm like, I don't know. And I mean, I take my kids to my Walker dealer all the time. Nothing. It's like they don't even notice the kids. I mean, they're nice guys and they're willing to help me drop a hat, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like
it's a little the little things that you do. Like we do it. I do it with my customers. I'll do little extras here and there. My really good loyal customers, and they see it and they appreciate it. And they're like, "What do I owe you?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." Like I'll do a little trimming job. It only takes 10 minutes. Just kind of hedge trim that across there, and then they come home. They message me or whatever. Like, did you trim that hedge? No, I didn't. It's like, I swear it was like, yeah, I did, and it makes them happy. They're going to sign up with me next year again, and they're your customer. So it's the little things you do for people. So we're not asking much from a dealer. A hat is nothing to them. They get them free. I'm sure, just give me a pen, whatever, a calendar. I'm like, oh, I seen a box of calendars when I bought the track loader. I'm like, are these free? He's like, oh yeah, take a couple. I'm like, oh, thank you. But they didn't offer it to me. I had to ask.
Because they're going to sell you one, but since you asked if they're free, they said, sure, they're free.
Probably.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what they say. They say to ask, but I feel awkward for asking, so I never do. But I mean, whatever. I don't need any more hats. If I bring home more hats, my wife's gonna kill me. So, but yeah.
I know. Yeah, talking about giveaways too. I got some ideas. I don't know. Like, I got to figure something out because I just got over 1,000 subscribers, right, on YouTube.
Nice.
So I got to figure something out.
Man,
what I'm gonna do.
I can't get any subscribers. I've been trying hard I've been posting regularly for the last year and a half, and I've been promoting my stuff. I can't get any subscribers. And then like Jay from Jay's Crazy Cut, right before we went to GIE, we were promoting each other to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. He hit that mark. He's now almost 3,000, and I'm still under 1,000. I don't get it. Like
You know
it's
what,
crazy.
man? Like it took me the longest time. The last couple hundred were like forever. I would say just after 500, all of a sudden it stops. And it's
Yeah.
really slow. Yeah, and then finally, just all of a sudden it started going, and I don't know. Just yeah.
It's a strange thing, man. It's a strange thing. Well, and that's kind of what one of the reasons why I did this live video tonight, because I want to get some more watch hours. So this will help the watch hours out. But like, I just those subscribers. I'm trying to think of videos that will engage people to subscribe and whatnot. But
How
whatever.
many
I'll get there when I get there.
how many watch hours do you have?
I'm at. I can tell you in 1 second. I was at 30. I think I was at 3,500 or something like that. I was up to 36,
Yeah.
and then because they based it on the previous year, you drop down. It says I'm at 3,582 right now.
Okay.
So
So you're almost at the 4,000.
yeah, I'm almost there. So
Yeah.
I
No,
just
I
like since my wife's away this week, I might try to do another one midweek sometime, just like during the day, because my kids will be at one will be in daycare and the others at school. So I may do another one midweek just to try and bump that up some, and maybe I'll just do like a quick live video and do like a pre giveaway and just give away some more of those stickers or whatnot. So
you know what you
just
can
do
do
that maybe.
too? Like ask your friends or your wife or whatever, or even
Yeah,
overnight.
yeah,
Make a playlist, right? Like, do you do a
yeah,
playlist with all your videos? So
yeah,
when people go on your channel, they can run your playlist overnight while they're sleeping, and just keep it
yeah,
running on their computer, so it goes through all your videos that like they're watching them, right?
yeah.
So
I used to
ask
do
your
that, but I heard though if you do that and you do it from the same household, it doesn't count because you're right off of the same IP address. It's got to be in different IP addresses.
yeah,
So
just ask your friends or family,
yeah, yeah,
outside of your household, right? And
yeah. No,
stuff.
I've got a bunch of playlists. So I mean, whether people do it or not, but whatever. I'll get there when I get there. So
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm
yeah.
at about 8,000. I think almost 9,000 watch hours
Oh
or
wow.
something. So I know it's just all of a sudden it skyrocketed. I have certain videos, like older videos, and
Yeah.
I got a comment again today about working on a Toro Time Master, like
Oh
fixing
nice.
one, an old video of mine,
Yeah.
and it has thousands like of watch hours. I think the most watched video I have is it's a stupid video. Like I feel stupid doing it, but it's life. I was changing a headlight light bulb on a Volkswagen Jetta that we have, because
Yeah.
they're really hard to get your hands in. I have bigger hands.
Yeah.
Like you need little tiny kids' hands to fit in there, and it's one of my top. I think it's probably my second most watched video, and it has well
Yeah.
over 10,000 views or something like that.
So
Um,
this is what they
yeah,
say. If you want to get views and you want to get more views on your videos, you need to do how-to videos. So like
yeah,
how like the one video I did how to replace the string on the pull cord on my handboard. I had no clue how to do it. Honestly, when I did the video, I was just fumbling around with it. But that video has 23,000 views on it, or over
yeah,
23,000 views on it, and I still get comments on it every now and then and say, "Thanks, man, that helped me out." I've got a couple of
yeah.
videos that people do that, which is great. So those are the videos that get the views, like how-to videos, how to do this, how to do that, and whatnot. So
It makes you feel good when somebody messages you and says, "Thank you for posting this video. It really helped me a lot." Because a lot of my
yeah,
videos, and I'm not a mechanic by all means.
mhm,
You know,
yeah,
what I do, I'm just being me. This is me being green, or I have very limited knowledge about doing this, so you're learning with me. And I think
yeah,
people kind of like watching that because most the average person can relate to that, right?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, somebody that is a mechanic or whatever, mechanically inclined with everything, will think it's okay, whatever. Like it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, it is easy to do to you, but not to me, and not to
yeah,
a lot of people out there that are watching. And those are the people that will do a search for how do you change the headlight bulb on a Volkswagen Jetta, and then my video will come up and other ones too. So
yeah,
yeah, and that's why I changed my name too. Rather than I used to be Bush Green on here, it's MBG Adventures. Mike, uh, MBG is Bush Green, so Mike Bush Green Adventures, right? So
Yeah.
it's videos about everything and anything,
Yeah.
my life, what I do, whatever. I stubbed my toe, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Hey Jay, don't be shy. Come on up. I'd love to talk to you, buddy. I
Hey,
miss you, man.
hey, Jason.
Here, come on up and talk to us. I know you're shy, but come on up and talk, man. Yeah,
Jason and Christina. If I ever go to the States, I 100% got to meet them. You know.
I love I met them, and we actually met up and went out to a breakfast with them, and oh, I love them. They're super nice, and they're awesome. Yeah, I saw
Awesome.
them quite a bit. I saw them quite a bit at the GIE, and yeah,
Yeah.
great people, and yeah, I'd love to meet them again. I'm trying
I,
to get
I,
him to come up here. I'm trying to get him to come up here to the snow, but he says there's no way he's doing that. He likes his warm weather.
I love the truck they're working on. Have you been following
Yeah.
his videos there on the truck?
I haven't watched any of the videos yet. I got to get caught up on that too.
Yeah.
I've been seeing the videos going up. I just don't have time to watch videos, man. I'm so like,
I know.
for me not doing anything this winter, I've been so busy, like doing so much crap. It's crazy.
I'm very limited to how many videos I can watch, and Jay's there. Like I'm keeping up with theirs. There's certain channels that I keep up with. I feel bad. There's so many people I follow, and here and there I'll watch one, whatever. But like right now, it's just a busy time again because I'm getting all my agreements ready and getting my season ready, and it's hard, like the more people you start following and. Yeah, like the bigger your channel gets too, like I find too, and I heard this from other people too, that the harder it is to keep up, with comments and stuff. Me personally, I reply back to everyone, and I have. You check out every one of my videos. Okay, there might be the odd one, an old one or something, but I'll leave a comment back. Thank you, or thanks for the advice or whatever. There's many channels that don't do that, and I get it. The bigger channels that have tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands, whatever, people, following and commenting. It's kind of hard to keep up with all that,
Yeah. I try to comment back to everybody. Like I have a comment right now. I haven't responded back on today's video, but sometimes it takes me a couple of days, but I try and get back to everybody. They say you need to interact with everybody. Like, even on Instagram, I try and, go and comment back on what everybody said, because that's how you keep people engaged and coming back to you. But yeah, that's like you said, like what I'll do, I'll start binge watching somebody that I haven't seen for a while, and then stop for a while and then keep doing that, because it's just it's just so much content to go through. And I joined this group. It's called the $1 Million a Year group, and basically they're trying to get you to get your business to $1 million. But there's so much content on that I can't keep up with that. Like I haven't watched all the content with that, and every Tuesday they have like an hour like powwow with different subjects they do, and it's crazy. It's so much content, and everything now is just thrown at you, content. And it's like, who do you watch and what do you focus on to keep you focused on what you want to be doing, right? It's crazy.
I know. Yeah, there's so many different kinds of channels that I watch too. To be honest with you, I'm going to be 100% honest, and I'm sure you're going to agree too. I hate watching lawn care videos. So, maybe hate is kind of strong, but I get bored of watching them. I get bored of making them myself, right? So that's why I try to make different kind of videos to keep things more interesting, right? Yeah. It's just, you see somebody cut grass, it's like, okay, all right, I do that too. Everybody does it that way, and
if it's a title that grabs me, I'll watch it. Or if it's somebody that I know that I've watched before, I'll try and watch it. But honestly, I don't really watch. If it's a 15-minute video, I'll watch like maybe the first 5 minutes of it and then go to the next video. Like I got a very short attention span, and even on the other videos I watch, like I like selling videos and stuff, I'll watch the first 5 minutes, then on to the next video. Like I can't sit there watching the whole video. I don't know why. It's weird. Like I can watch a whole TV show, but when it's YouTube, I just get distracted. I'll see the next video that they recommend. I'll just click on the next video instead of watching, so I'm constantly clicking on different things. So
you're not the only one. We're being honest, right? And we're all like that. You'll be lying if you say you watch everyone's video from start to finish every time. You'll be lying if you said that. Who's going to say right now that they watch everybody's videos from start to finish? right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Jay, how's the
So
weather down there? You getting hot down there, or is yeah? I guess your grass is. It's so weird. Like when I watch Jay's videos and that, the different like climates and like that they're mowing almost all year long, and here we are only maybe 5 6 months out of the year. It's every time I see different people, even in Florida, it blows my mind that these guys have their businesses going year long, and here we are. Like if I don't do any snow, but if you do snow, you switch to snow or whatnot. It's just I don't know. I can't get through my head that these guys can actually cut grass all year long, and they don't even know what snow is. I mean, I guess sometimes they may get snow the odd year, like Texas did that one year, or whatnot. But it's just,
mm,
yeah, it's crazy to me that these guys are out there mowing every single day, and keep on going or whatnot.
I know, but I'm sure it's fun for them to see, me plowing snow. They're like, "Wow, look at that! That's snow. We don't get snow," and
Yeah,
stuff. I enjoy watching plowing videos, and I
mm.
hear that from a lot of people too. They like watching snow videos better than lawn
uh,
cutting videos,
oh
and
really?
I enjoy it more. I don't know. I find it
Yeah,
more enjoyable to watch.
uh,
But no, I like repairing videos. I like
yeah,
construction videos. Uh, lately too with machinery, like with track loaders, skid steers, tractors. I like those kind of videos of people using them and doing stuff. Yeah, just little repair videos because you learn things too. You watch and it's interesting. They keep them interesting. And that's the thing too. I find with videos too, which I'm trying to do, is you got to keep people interested right from the beginning, and excited to keep on watching,
yeah,
So I'm hoping this video that's coming out in the morning, whatever, with these little clips, you'll see what I mean, what I do at the beginning, because I'm preparing my truck I had to take the plow off, I had to take the salter off
mm,
because I'm putting a trailer on it. I didn't want to drive 5 hours for the day, like there and back, whatever, with 1,000 pounds on the front end of the truck, wasting fuel. So I'm getting the
yeah,
truck ready at the beginning of the video. It's a little story, but I'm not talking. So I'm trying to figure out ways to keep it interesting. You know what I mean?
yeah. Hey, so actually, the guy was just telling you about Daniel Le Couperel right down there. That's Daniel right there from Quebec.
Oh,
Hey, Daniel,
hey
how's
Daniel,
how's it going, buddy? Hope you're
how you
doing
doing,
well,
bro?
man. He was just down in where was it? Mexico or Cuba or somewhere down there. I can't remember which spot. He goes away every winter, so I was
Okay,
hoping to go somewhere. It'd be nice.
I can't see the comments if anybody's saying hi or
Oh, really?
whatever. I'm on
Okay.
my phone. I'm usually on my computer, but on my phone here, I can't see the I can see when you post, like on the screen here. Yeah, Daniel, like subscribe to me, so then I'll see your channel. I'll subscribe to you too, and then I'll check you out. So he's in Quebec, you said, right?
Yeah, Quebec. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%. Just I just can't see the channel name on here.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. He doesn't have. Oh, I don't know how it works with YouTube. I know. So, do you have to have a YouTube channel to watch the videos and stuff, or can you just jump on without being signed in? Because I always jump on my channel when I'm logged in.
I think so. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
even if you don't have a YouTube channel, I think you can watch videos. I, I'm not sure if you can comment or anything. Like if you don't.
Yeah. 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 Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is kind of a Canadian YouTube stream tonight for some reason, but hey, we're always happy to have you guys here. So
Yeah.
it's funny. Good.
How many people are watching right now?
It says, well, it's 7 now. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is Justin still in there?
I think he was. I think he popped
I,
up there.
I thought he
It's
was
hard
going
because
to
if
come up
somebody,
here.
no, I don't know. If somebody doesn't pop on or talk for a while, there's no comment there, so you just see all the other
Yeah.
comments. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think this is only like my 4th live I've done, so I still don't really know how to work the StreamYard that well. I'm still trying to understand it, but
Well, when you came up, I was watching a hockey game. It's over now. Another
uh,
hockey game's on. I don't usually use my phone. Like I'm just chilling out
uh,
in my recliner. I'm usually on my
yeah,
computer over there, and I have
yeah,
2 screens. So like when I do lives, or
uh,
if I jumped on your live and I was at my computer, I would have the StreamYard on one screen, and then I'll have YouTube on the other, so I'll see the comments,
yeah,
right? And then I can
yeah.
comment too. But on my phone here, I can't see the comments. I don't know how to do it. I don't think you can do it.
Uh,
I can only see
you
it
probably
when you post it up on the screen, then I
uh,
can see them.
yeah.
Right?
The phone ones are hard because usually you have to like flip the screen or whatever. Like I've gone on Zoom before on my phone, and it's hard to figure out because you gotta like flip around or like switch a different screen to see the comments and whatnot. So it's probably the same
Yeah.
with that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I still can't see it. I just flipped it. I don't know. Does it look different?
Um, not really,
Oh,
but the
okay.
same.
Oh, there's Doug.
You'll have to tell me how to get the mods. I have no clue. Like I said, this is my fourth time doing this, and I don't get on very often. Um, because my wife is when kids are sleeping. That's why I'm on right now. So, um, yeah, but I don't know.
Hey, mm, yeah. If
Go ahead.
anybody says anything to me, just let me know in the
Yeah,
comments. Uh, I apologize, guys. I can't see the comments. So
yeah. Justin's still there. He's still
right
hanging
on.
out. Yeah. So,
Well, do you?
when?
Sorry. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. No,
No,
you go
you.
first. I
I
have
was gonna
something to
ask.
say.
I was gonna ask you if you like hockey, if you're into sports or anything.
You know what? I'm the worst Canadian. I don't like hockey. And it's funny because my son, so when he was like 3 years old, we were in Costco. We don't talk about hockey. I don't even think he knew what hockey was. He saw a hockey stick laying on the bed. He's like, a hockey stick. And you want to pick it up? I'm like, how do you know about hockey, man? I don't even watch hockey. So, anyways, this winter I actually kept up with the hockey rink. He's been begging me for years to play hockey, right? So when the campers around the park left the hockey stick here, my wife found one. Um so we went to town trying to find a hockey puck. No hockey pucks anywhere. So I was looking for a hockey stick too. I didn't know what kind of hockey stick I needed. So anyways, went to another lawn care guy that I know from Peterborough, and I told him about it. So he gave me a hockey stick, which is great because he's a hockey player. So he gave me a hockey stick, and then got back home. Then there was a camper here, and he's a big hockey dude. And he was telling him the story about how Christian wants to play hockey. So he's like, "Oh, here's some hockey pucks," because I couldn't find any. So we actually got it on the ice, started shooting the puck around. My son, he's never skated before. His first season skating, he's actually doing really well, and he knows how to shoot a puck. I'm like, how do you know how to do this, dude? We've never watched hockey in your life. So
That's
he's
awesome.
yeah, so he's doing pretty good. And we were out there just before this thaw. We were out there, I think it was last week. We were just got our last skating on the lake. So yeah, we just shot the puck around for a little bit last week. And yeah, I'd rather him go skiing. Like we skied 4 times this winter, but he wants me to take him to hockey. I'm like, I don't do hockey, buddy. Come on.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong family, but
Do you skate?
uh I can skate. I haven't skated in a long time. Like I was skating maybe
No.
once every couple of years. Like I've been trying to keep a rink up on the lake, but honestly, it's so much work. You got to blow the snow off, then you got to flood it to get the ice good. And as soon as you do that, snows again. You got to do the whole process over, and it's a lot of work. It's like a full-time job. So we try to do we try to I try to keep it up as best possible as I could this year, just so we could get out there, right? Because we didn't get to do too much this winter, but yeah, we got out there a couple times. So
Right on. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm into baseball
yeah.
too, so I like
Uh,
watching baseball. I played it a
yeah,
lot when I was a kid, and I
yeah.
coached baseball for like 10
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
See, it's funny. Like when I was a kid, my dad took us to t-ball and we did baseball and all this stuff and soccer. And now, like honestly, I'm not really a sports guy. I don't really care about it. The only thing I really care about is my downhill skiing and my water skiing. That's all I care about. Like baseball, hockey, and I'll go golfing. I'll go golfing like maybe once a season, if that. But like my son, I don't even. He's got 2 baseball gloves here. I don't know where they came from, but now he wants me to take him to play baseball. So my wife's like, well, why don't you take him to baseball game? So maybe I'll see about taking down a Jays game this summer, maybe, and show him that. Because I remember the first time the Sky Dome opened, my dad took us to the game. It was like, whoa, like it was
Hmm.
the coolest thing ever, right? So
Oh yeah.
I need to start doing stuff like that. I'm not very good. I shouldn't probably say this out loud here, but I don't think I'm a very good father. Man, I'm not very good with my kids. I'm not very good at taking them, doing things with them. But I gotta start getting better at that. And like just in the last like couple of months, my son has been over me more. Like he's been going dad, 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 and like he's usually over my wife more, like being like kind of a mama's boy. But now he's just all of a sudden just all coming towards me. So I gotta pay more attention to him to try and do more things with him. So yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
try and be better that way. And my daughter, she's all over me all the time. But yeah,
Hmm.
I just gotta get my heart into it and just say, okay, let's go play ball or whatever. Just do what he wants instead of just I don't like doing that and just actually do it, because I guess you gotta do things you don't like in life, right? And just do it. So, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, you got to be there for them, you know,
Yeah,
even if it's just a little bit, whatever. But you got to figure it out.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, it's funny. Like I don't know if you ever heard these. It's called Beyblades. I've never heard of them, but I guess it's this like this little arena. I think he's got in his room, but it's this arena. It's these tops. You pull them out and they spin. And my wife's like, they're the stupidest thing ever. I'm not buying that. So she saw them on sale at Canadian Tire for his birthday, right? He's been talking about these things for like 3 years. So she got him for his birthday. He's so happy, man. Just nonstop playing this thing now. It's just a stupid little toy, man, but he loves it. So I've been trying to play that with him because it's kind of fun thing to play, but at the same time, it's kind of like just a cheap plastic toy. But yeah, it's funny.
I'm telling you, enjoy the time while they're young. Like I said earlier, you know, I got a 19 and almost 17-year-old, and I totally miss that time when they're 5 years old. You know, shopping for the toys, you know, and doing all that kind of stuff. Now they have their own little lives. They're gamers. You know, they're in their rooms right now gaming, you know, with their friends, and I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just I miss it when they're small. You know, just enjoy it, man.
yeah. Hey, Craig and Daniel. The reason we were talking about you was I was telling Mike about you and about how you charge your customers half up front and half through the season for getting payment. And he was telling me that he charges his customers too and tries to get them to pay for the whole year. So that's why I was talking about you. I hope that's okay. I don't want to, but yeah, that's why I was talking about you. And yeah, because I remember you were telling me that a while ago. So I thought it was a great idea, but just trying to figure out how to get that into practice. And there's Mr. Craig himself. We were talking about you too as well, Craig.
Hey,
Mike
Craig.
was actually up in Lindsay a while ago. Oh, I was supposed to tell. I
No,
didn't
no, no. I'm just kidding.
he just told me, and if I had known that, I would have run over to Lindsay to meet him. But yeah,
Yeah, Craig, I went up to Bob Mark New Holland in Lindsay. I didn't even think about it. And then driving back, I'm like, oh shit, I seen a sign, Peterborough. It was less than 20 kilometers away. I'm like, and then I thought about you. I'm like, I don't want to do a surprise visit. I was tired anyway. I had to go back home. It was a long drive.
yeah. Well, next time, if any of you guys are ever up this way, let me know.
Mm.
Craig came over last time. Craig came over. He went to water ski. He brought a sticker on my brand new lawnmower and tagged my lawnmower with his sticker on there. It's still on there, Craig. So I hope you're happy, man. I should just rip it off. I told Tom from Wolf Lawn Care. I got this huge old red rock maintenance sticker. I told him one day when I'm over in Peterborough, I'm gonna go over to Craig's place, just tag him with this big sticker on his truck. But I just gotta make sure he's inside, not around to do it. See how he likes that.
You know what I like to do? I like to bring my vehicle magnets, and I'll sneak it on your
Uh,
truck with it, knowing, and you're driving around with a bush green magnet on your truck.
all right. See
But
you later, Jay. Yeah.
see you, Jay. Peace, buddy.
I guess the guys over in Uxbridge, they do that. They're always tagging each other's stuff with their stickers and whatnot. So it's
Mm,
kind of fun. Like for me, like there's nobody that is part of our group in my area. They're all like all over the place. So don't
yeah.
really have anybody that I know that I can have fun with around here. And the people that I do know, if I did it to them, they probably not be too happy or not think it's funny. So I just kind of not do that to them just to kind of keep them happy. And I have good
Yep.
relationships with a couple of the guys here, so it's but yeah,
Yeah, talking about like getting together and stuff. I don't want to give my address out on here or whatever,
yeah,
but July 9th, I'm having a get together at my place in the backyard. My band's going to be playing. We're having a barbecue. Last year,
nice.
I had a few guys from YouTube come over and stuff, but I'm going to be sending you, Craig, and some other people that haven't been here yet an invite. Now, I know it's a
Okay,
bit of a hike for you. You
yeah,
can have the option of camping out in the backyard if you wanted to, or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to be sending out an invite to you guys if
okay.
you wanted to come down. Justin's going to be here. Mike from MRP. Uh, did you talk to Mike at all or follow him?
I don't
MRP
think
Lawn Care.
I
You've
don't think
probably
I know
seen him
him.
before.
Yeah,
You've probably seen him before. And then there's another Mike. There's a lot of Mikes, right? Mike from what was he again? MCS. lawn care or something. He's up
Okay,
in
yeah,
Angus.
okay.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about? Mike Lord.
I think I've seen his Instagram, or that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I can't remember now. MCS or MSC, lawn care or
Okay,
something like that. But
yeah,
it's Mike Lord, super nice guy. I met him and his wife too. They came over last year.
nice.
You know where Angus, Ontario is, right?
Yeah,
Have you heard of Angus? Yeah, I
yeah,
think that's kind of in between you and me, maybe closer towards me. But yeah, I just want to get more of the community together and stuff. Like
yeah,
there's going to be family here and whatever. I'm doing a party for my sister. She lives in the UK. Most of her life's been
yeah,
there, and she's going to be down with my niece and nephew, her son and daughter.
yeah,
They're older now and
yeah,
stuff, and we're kind of throwing a party for her. A lot of her old friends are going to be coming over, and a lot of my friends. And then I thought, the YouTube community and what. So it's going to be a nice
yeah.
gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when was this? I think it was in 2019. Just I think Craig and Tom both came over to my place, and we were talking about wanting to do something like, how what's his name, Brian from Brian's Lawn Maintenance. They got his like Lawpreneur Academy or something like that. So
Yeah.
we're talking about doing something like that for Canadian guys, but we haven't done anything. We haven't figured out how we would do it and what we would do with it. But another thing I was just thinking of, like I'm just reading Paul Jamerson's book. I got that from Tom, but he they do this thing every year, and they go down Florida, and they do like this thing called the Hype House. And I guess they got like 4 or 5 of the YouTube guys together, and they just do like live videos and just talk about lawn care and help people out and do stuff like that. So that got me thinking we should do something like that. Like maybe 4 or 5 of us get together, just maybe rent a hotel room, or like a conference room, just set something up. Or if somebody's got like a basement that we could crash out for a day or two and do something like that too for the Canadian guys, because everything is always geared towards Americans. I've never seen anything for Canadians, so I want to start
Hmm.
something up for Canadian guys. But the problem with that is just finding the time. It's the
I
time that's
know.
the hard part. But I want to make time for that to help people out and get something started like that, because I think it'd be a great idea to do something like that. So
I think so too. Like when I started
yeah,
doing like videos about, first my business and now everything else, I didn't find a lot of people, Canadians, doing the same thing, like lawn care people and whatever. And I thought the same thing a couple of years ago. It's like, I want to try and get a community together in Canada, you know. Hold on a second. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. But yeah, just to kind of do like, in the States, it's really big, they got huge
yeah.
communities and stuff, but I don't think it's as big here in Canada,
Yeah.
with
Well, I
with
think the other problem too, like in the States, they're closer together. Like they can drive from state to state really easily. For us to drive from province to province, like for Daniel or to come here, or for us to go over to Daniel, it's quite far. It's like 5 or 6 hours, right? I mean, I
yeah.
guess it's not that far, but I mean, it's still to get everybody together, and like everybody all over Ontario, like people from southwestern Ontario all the way up to like where I am, or even people like northern Ontario. It's a big distance to drive and try and get everybody together. So, but I would love to do that, or even do like get all the YouTube guys all just do big meetup one day, and or like have a 2-day conference or whatever, and just like concentrate on each other and figure out what we can do to improve each other and help each other out, and create like a community that way as well for like the Canadian guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
So,
agree. Yeah,
yeah,
should be fun.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
It's just like for I know a lot of guys, like wintertime comes and then now they're doing the snow. So for them to try and book a day, it's hard to book a day, because if it snows that day, then they can't come.
Hmm.
Um, so, but I don't know.
Like,
It's something that me and Tom have been talking about and trying to figure out how we could do, and what what we could promote or talk about and have different sessions. So
yeah, another guy I'd like to meet too. I think you know him too, Mike Zavitz.
like
It's another
sweets.
Mike. Yeah, he's up in
Mm.
oh my God, Marathon, Ontario. Do you know where
Oh, is
Marathon is?
I've heard.
That's way it's way up by Thunder Bay.
Yeah, I've probably driven through there, because I've driven across Canada a couple of times, so or up that way. So I think I recognize that name for some reason.
He's about 13 hours away from my location. I have his address because we talked about
Wow.
getting together. So he's in the middle of nowhere. It's a small town in Marathon. It's pretty cool. He's pretty busy up there. Super knowledgeable guy. He's I think in his mid 50s, No, he puts out really cool videos, and yeah, Mike Zavitz. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you've seen him before. He comments on your videos.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. You know what? I keep on
Yeah,
stumbling across people I've never seen before on lawn care, and
yeah,
I'm like, this guy's got like 200. I found one guy the other. He's got like 200,000 subscribers. Like, how have I never seen you before? It's crazy.
yeah. Well,
But
I know.
yeah, they just keep on popping up here and there, and I start checking out
Hmm.
these other people I haven't seen. But yeah,
Yeah. But
that's
I like these people. Like for instance, Mike. He's just being himself too, and
yeah,
he nothing fancy with his videos, like one takers, and stuff. But I love his videos,
yeah,
and I truly watch his videos from beginning to end because they're really
yeah,
interesting, and he's knowledgeable. He has experience.
yeah. All right, well, Daniel's coming, so we gotta get something going so Daniel can show up. Maybe you know what? Daniel would be a good speaker. He's very he knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. So he'd be a good speaker to talk about business and stuff with. Because I actually called him in the wintertime to ask him a couple questions, and yeah, I like talking to him. He's really good.
Hmm.
Okay, well I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna see what we can do, man. That'd be sweet. What is the biggest Canadian channel? Well, right now I think Mike's bigger than I am. So um, you passed me pretty quickly. I don't know who the biggest Canadian channel is. I'm gonna probably I don't know. Oh, there's that guy on Instagram. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's from Aaron. I don't know how to say his name. Buropi or Burpee. I don't know how to say his name. I
Oh,
was
where
talking
is
to
he?
him. He's down in Aaron. He's got a walker and he stripes the lawns like crazy. Let me see if I can find him.
Did you
Um,
say Aaron, Ontario?
yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's like 5 minutes away from me.
Is that okay? Let me see if I can find this
Yeah.
guy. Like, um, the there he Burpee care or this guy.
Yeah, you know what? It's just hard to see. My phone's small.
Yeah.
Send me a
Um.
message after.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, send me.
This guy. I started talking to him in the wintertime. I sent him some stickers, and he's got 21,000 followers on Instagram, but I don't think he has a YouTube channel. But his stuff is like top notch. Like his yeah, it's his stuff is great, man. On Instagram, I love his stuff. So, but yeah,
Right
for the
on.
biggest Canadian channel, I don't know. Like I'm gonna say Mike now because I don't know any other Canadians besides me, you, Craig, and Tom's got a channel. I don't know
Yeah,
who else. Like I really don't.
I'm trying to think too. Like people I follow, like Canadians. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like they're all pretty much like us, like around the same.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I
all
don't.
like small channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess you've won that challenge for now, Mike.
Yay! Thank you. Well, I'm just over a thousand, so it shows. I think it shows like 1.02. So I think that means 1,020
a thousand,
some
1,020. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
1,020 something. So I guess once I hit 1,030, it'll say 1.03. I guess.
yeah.
Uh,
Nice. That'd be good. Because it'd be nice to hear about different things for accounting. Because I'm terrible at accounting. I'm so bad at accounting. I actually just called my accountant up and I've got them actually do my bookkeeping this year because I screwed my bookkeeping up so bad. There's so many mistakes in it, and I get asked millions of questions from like 6 months ago, which I had no clue what it did. So this year I've hired my accountant out to them, and it will be so much better for my business this year, and I can not have that on me
oh,
and worry about
yeah,
that. So
I use an accountant too. Like I said earlier, I use QuickBooks. I don't know if you're
yeah,
familiar with QuickBooks. So
I
I
use
love
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks. Oh, you use it
I,
too?
Yeah, I've got the online version. So what I do,
Okay.
I've got Jobber, and then it syncs up to QuickBooks as well. But I hate
Okay.
QuickBooks, but only
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't know how to do accounting properly. I screw it all up. So like I was doing my bookkeeping, but this year, like I said, I've hired out to my accountant. I think they're gonna charge me like 200 to 250 bucks a month for it. I'm like, do it. I don't care. That's money and like easy money for them to
Yep.
do it. And I just
Yeah.
and I've
Well,
got so many transactions. So
yeah. If you know how it doesn't frustrate you, whatever. Like QuickBooks
Yeah.
works for me. Like it works perfect for me. Keeps everything organized, my invoicing and whatever. And then my accountant is tied into is hooked up with my QuickBooks, right? So
Yep.
so when it comes time to tax time, then she has access to it, her company, whatever. And then they,
Yeah.
if there's a little kind of mess up here or there, they fix it for me or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they're like, okay, everything's done, this is what you owe or this is what you're getting back. And, so easy, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
like at the beginning, I didn't use QuickBooks. I had a shoebox full of, receipts and, we all been through this, right? We all have stories
Yeah.
about paper, receipts in our armrest of our truck,
Yeah.
and everywhere, or you lost one. You're like, oh shit, where'd that one go? Or whatever. But yeah, number one, you got to be organized. Have some kind of an
Yeah.
accounting software. Have an accountant. If you don't really know what you're doing, and just pay
Yeah.
the money for that because they'll
Yeah.
they'll find everything to get you money back and
They
whatever,
will,
right?
yeah. Yeah. Well, another thing for us too, because like for the trailer park, my wife's got her books for that as well. Plus, I own 2 rental houses, so my dad actually just did the books for that. So he just sent it off to the accountant. So we've got like lots of different things going on all at once. So it's gets hectic, and I just like the QuickBooks or for the accounting for our rental properties. I think I'm getting my dad to do it this year. He can deal with it because my wife doesn't have time to do it this year. So she doesn't want to do it. So he can deal with the rental books, and then I'll pay him whatever he wants me to pay him to do it. And then that's another thing off my back. Just give him the receipts, and he's got nothing else to do. So just get him to do it all. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah,
It makes it easier for you, less stress, and you can take care of
yeah,
business.
yeah.
Oh.
My wife sending me messages. Like I said, she's in Mexico, so she's sending me all these videos and photos. I'm like, please don't send that stuff to me, man. But
That's that's funny. My sister was just in Mexico. I seen her really quick. She came down
yeah,
and stopped in for a day, and then went to Mexico with her boyfriend, and then they came back and stayed here for a couple of days, and then she went back to the UK.
nice.
So yeah, that was just last week. Yeah,
Hmm.
everybody seems to be going to Mexico. I've never been to Mexico. Been to Cuba a lot of times.
So we went to Mexico years ago before we got married, like over 10 years ago, and we got I don't know if we got food poisoning, but I ended up getting diarrhea there, and I'm not sure if it was because it was the first time in a country that we've never been to like that. So
Yeah,
we went there. It was a great experience. I loved it, and then we've been to Cuba like 3 times after that. Never had a problem. So I don't know if it's because we had the bug in us already and we were used to it, or if Mexico is just worse than Cuba. But I love Cuba. We've been there 3 different times, been to 3 different areas, and yeah, I love Cuba. It's so nice there.
yeah. We really
So,
liked Cayacoco. Like the beaches were
uh,
really nice there. The
yeah,
resorts were really nice, and yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
liked it better than being in Veradero.
yeah,
And we still do the trips. Yeah, you go to the flea markets. They all have the same stuff. It's just different
yeah,
people, and you still do
yeah,
the bus trips and whatever. But the resorts are really nice. They take care of
hmm,
you. They're really friendly, and
yeah,
yeah, beautiful beaches, and yeah,
yeah.
and it's a little more affordable than going to the Bahamas or Jamaica or whatever, right?
It is, yeah. Well, I got an American Express card for my business, the Marriott one. I hate paying for my credit cards, but this one I wanted to start getting some hotel points. So I've got like 200,000 points from Marriott. So I've been trying to save up and try to save up enough points to go to Bora Bora or somewhere nice like that and have like a free trip almost. So that's my goal. I'm gonna try and save up as many these points as possible and just go somewhere really nice, a once in a lifetime thing that you wouldn't be able to afford, right? And just you use
Yeah,
those points to get the hotel. So that's the only reason I'm paying for that card. So just to get those points. And
yeah,
I put all my business stuff that lets me use American Express with the on it. So it adds up pretty fast. So,
yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
yeah. Right
Yeah,
on. Well,
yeah,
Scott, I'm gonna have to get going soon. I'm kind of tired. It's past my bedtime. My bedtime's usually 9 o'clock.
yeah. I was gonna say the same thing that you is. My bedtime's 10 o'clock, and I should probably get off because I gotta look after the kids tomorrow as well. And I'm gonna be super tired. And
Uh,
my little daughter's probably gonna wake up halfway through the night and come wake me up anyways. So
yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Well, thanks for having me on, and we'll
no
talk. We'll
worries,
chat
man.
soon again. Yeah. Keep in touch.
Sounds good.
Send me a message with that guy's name and Aaron. right?
Okay.
And send me a link to, I don't know if he already subscribed to me or what, but your friend there in Quebec, I forgot the name
Okay.
already, just so I
Yeah,
can hook up
Daniel.
with them too. Daniel, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Peace, everybody.
Okay.
We'll talk to
Sounds
you
good.
later. Okay.
All right,
Bye.
guys. Thanks. See ya. Thanks everybody for jumping on. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. All right, Daniel, have a good night, buddy. Happy you jumped on. Guess Craig's gone already. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm going to end the broadcast. See you later.